All right. All right. Are we live? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody see me? Give me some feedbacks, please, if you are in the building. All right. Oh, that's too loud. Put it down. All right. Okay, dokie. How everybody is feeling today? Good. Get around, call us and have your say. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good whatever time it might be in your location. God is good all the time. Smile. It's gonna be all right. Everything is gonna be all right. Wow. The Premier League is finally coming back this weekend. All right, let me see this. Unmute this. Boom. So the Premier League is coming back this weekend. Can you believe it? After international break. People hate international break. But it is what it is. There is nothing you can do to change it. So that's the way it is. Let me try to put the link there for you people. I'm trying to connect the link so you can see and join us. Thank you, Mr. CS. What your CS abbreviation means, you should put like LM or something, Lionel Messi or something. Tries to be anonymous on social media. My brother from another mother. Okay, let me try to see if I can find a link for us to call. Okay. This weekend is gonna be something else. Chelsea against Liverpool. Oh my lord. Pop-up chat. Okay. Let me try this. Dude, I didn't try anything before, people. I just went live because I have a little bit of time. I've been very, very busy lately. So every time I think I have to go live now, and then boom, there are 1,000 other things to do. And then it's gone. YouTube React? What YouTube React means? There's something. Can't find it. Okay, and then YouTube chat. Need to be there. All right. This is the result of not preparing anything and go live like suddenly without preparing anything. You have to do everything when you're already live, because if you continue to postpone and then you're not gonna go live anymore. Let's try again. I don't know what is happening here, but oh, there we go. So you have the link. The link is there. We're gonna try to pin it so you can see clearly where it is. What's going on here? Everything is just going all over the place. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for stopping by. You guys are absolutely legend. If you are on social media, you can follow me. I follow people back, by the way. And you can also share my stuff on my page. Right? So let's go and read some. So sorry, Chelsea losing. That is your theory. Chelsea are not losing. We're winning this game. We're making a big statement. Nick said that feeling nothing. What? Feeling nothing or hearing nothing? What do you mean by feeling nothing? Enzo Maresca is not stupid enough to start Disasi against Liverpool. Tosin must start the game. I saw your comment on one of my videos, but probably we're gonna look stupid instead of him looking stupid. Football is not social media influence, okay? Football is not, exact science where names, if you buy a bunch of 100 million players and they're gonna perform. Football is not that way. Don't disrespect Disasi to that level. I know exactly what you're saying because I saw your comment early on. But if you look at 2 games last season, masterclass from Disasi against Manchester City. Remember that he was celebrating tackles. He put Erling Haaland in his pocket. Everything right. The first game at Stamford Bridge, who scored a goal for Chelsea to give it 1-1 for Chelsea? Disasi. Bam. 1-1. Without Disasi, getting 1 point at Stamford Bridge against Liverpool. I'm not saying that Disasi is world class or anything, but he got his moment. He's like moment FC. And especially what I notice is during those big games, he he's a completely different player. He got that that aggressivity that you need in certain games. Like, he's so aggressive and he's faster than Tosin. But listen, football is also about strategy. Who can deliver in that game? It doesn't have to be because certain names are there. They have to be there because they have the divine right of playing. But if you analyze football from a different perspective, you will see that Disasi can still help in certain games. Like in the defense, if you put Levi Cole, no pace, very good playing from the back, breaking lines, his passing range are awesome, out of this world. And then he can't run. When he's done, the only way he can do is just to commit a foul. And you have Tosin, who is like twice slower than Cole. And then you have to face people like Darwin Núñez. Yeah, regardless of the narrative, he doesn't score, but he's handful. And he scored against Chelsea in a 4-1 game. You have so aggressive people like Núñez, and you have Diaz, and you have Salah, and you have a defense full of slow snails. That is a disaster waiting to happen. So it's about common sense. It's not about names or narrative here, right? So who is going to mark Van Dijk in the box? So you think Disasi can't mark Van Dijk, but he can only mark Erling Haaland and put him in the pocket? You know, like, you have to open up your mind here. I think you are just, I know the narrative here, but if you can look from a different perspective, Disasi is almost the same size as Van Dijk. Probably less a little bit, but it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. That is a theory. The reality is on the pitch when you start seeing people abilities. Tosin is calm. That is what we need against Liverpool. Try our best to keep the fans quiet. Well, calm doesn't mean that you're going to win the game. He's calm on the ball, but when you are calm and people are aggressive, he's calm when the team sit back and wait for us. He's calm in the defense. He's going to be composed. He's going to pass the ball quietly from the back. But when you have 100% aggressivity, you need aggressive people to fight against aggressive people. And I'm not against Tosin here. I'm just using simple common sense. And probably it's not going to fit the narrative that everybody want to copy paste. But it's just simple common sense. And the way people want to make it sounds like, listen, Disasi is the worst thing that ever happened to Chelsea. But I'm just reminding you, in big games against Arsenal, against Liverpool, against Manchester United, against Manchester City, we saw he got man of the match. Last season, he got man of the match like 3 times. All of them against big teams and big players. So I'm not saying that we have to play him all the time, but I'm telling you, he looks different when he needed to face like those big games. Even Drogba, you know, Drogba, some seasons he used to struggle scoring goals. But when he is playing against Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, Manchester City, Tottenham, Drogba is in another level. That's why they call him big game player, because he's gonna deliver. So me, and I'm not the coach, don't try to point fingers here. That is my opinion. You just try to destroy me and show who is gonna do this and that. Football is not video games, my friend. It's not about vibes and narrative on social media. Tosin did good in the last few games. Against what teams? Europa League, whatever position it was we played in the Carabao Cup or whatever, it's different than playing against big boys. We need somebody aggressive. We need somebody fast who can put tackles. And you have this guy Cowell, who is just like a snail, amazing player, no pace. Even John Terry, when he was there, Carvalho used to be the fastest one. John Terry, very, very slow, but intelligent, just like Tosin. So you need that combination when somebody is in trouble and another one can bail you out. So you put two slow center-backs pairing. Don't cry at the end because we have 100% aggressivity from Liverpool that will destroy and exploit you. It's not a guarantee that if Disasi play, we're going to win. Or it's not a guarantee that if Tosin plays, we're going to win. It's just a gamble, but it's just using common sense here. Especially knowing that Maresca is not going to leave Enzo Fernandez on the bench. Enzo is the first name that will come in the sheet. And you have a midfield that is already in trouble in terms of pace. Because Enzo Fernandez, and this is not an agenda as some people will say, he's very slow. He doesn't tackle defensively. He is not good. Off the ball, he's not good. He's good on the ball. Can break lines here and there. And it's going to be a load of work for Moises Caicedo himself in the midfield. And you have a little bit up Cole Palmer that you have to give freedom to cook offensively. And he doesn't have the physicality to help that much defensively. And then you put very, very slow center backs. So you have problems in the midfield and in the defense. It's simple common sense. And I'm not saying that Disasi is going to win us or lose or Tosin is this and that, but that is just my analysis about what could happen. If in the midfield you have Lavia, solid, defensively, offensively. From the right hand side, for example, you have Reece James, defensively solid, offensively solid. You have a little bit of guarantee when it comes to defensive work, right? Malo Gusto goes very well attacking. Defensively, a little bit suspect. So in a team, you can't go with only what you think are flair and because they have big names. You have to find a balance to deal with a team like Liverpool. This is common sense that when I played football, that's what we used to say. And if somebody expensive or big name is on the bench, to allow the team to win, that is the most important. The most important is the team to win. It's not about names. It's about Chelsea getting 3 points. Tosin might get destroyed, or he might have a wonder game, masterclass. Nobody knows. But based on what we got, the weaknesses that we have in the midfield and in the defense, we have to be careful. That's the way it is. Okay, so thank you everybody for stopping by. If you wanna call us, you can click on this link here, and you come talk to us. All right, free of charge. We're gonna be here for a little while. It's very, very cold here. I don't know why. Not winter even yet, but oh man, extremely cold outside and inside too. So let's go. Let's double check on what is gonna be this weekend Premier League stuff. Premier League, boom. All right, my people. So this is the schedule for this weekend. Spurs against West Ham. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be very, very early. And especially I'm not gonna be home. So, oh my goodness, 7:30 Eastern. It might be 4:30. 4:30. Oh my goodness, Indianapolis. It's gonna be 4:30. Yeah, I think so. 4:30 or 5:30. Probably 5:30 because it's 2 hours difference, right? So 5:30. Yeah, 5:30 Eastern time. No, Central time. I will be in the Central time by that, on Saturday. So, oh my goodness. But it's Spurs and West Ham, so I don't have to wake up like very early. I can even watch the second half or just don't watch it and wait for the Manchester United and Brentford game. Or later on. What game also is going to be on Saturday? So Fulham and Aston Villa, Ipswich, Everton, Manchester United, Brentford, Newcastle United, Brighton, Southampton, Leicester City, Bournemouth, Arsenal. Oh yeah, so another very good game happening on Saturday. Bournemouth against Arsenal. Oh Lord. Imagine if Bournemouth creates some problems to Arsenal. Because remember, Arsenal actually... Wait. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. I didn't... Oh, my goodness me. I didn't know that people were waiting. Sorry, man. I'm crazy. You know what? I forgot to put... to connect my microphone to the stream, so I can hear, like when I'm talking, I can hear if somebody is already waiting. But this time I forgot to like connect, so I didn't see you, Skylar and People's Republic. Apologies for that. I know that you've been there for a while. I just had to watch like in another screen physically, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they are here. What's going on with me today, man? I need some...
You were actually doing very well. I liked your analysis. You spoke very, 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 very well. So I wish you'd actually carried on.
No, man, I apologize for not taking your
No,
calls on
it's
time.
okay. But you were on a good roll. You were on a good roll.
Sorry,
excellent roll. But can I start?
Yeah. Go on.
Sorry, Skylar. I don't mean to be rude. Disasi. Now I agree with you 1,000%. You know, for once I actually agree with you. That guy, he's that dog. DAWWG, dog.
Yeah.
We need. He brings that physicality. He's that. You know, we have a lot of nice, how can I say, nice, easy, soft boys. You know, the modern type of player. But he's a bit like that old school. That guy who's going to ruffle some feathers when things maybe not going so well. You know, Liverpool, if you leave them to be comfortable and to get to play their style, their play, they will murder us. But
exactly.
We need to ruffle their feathers. We need to ruffle their feathers. We need to get them off balance, off their game, whether it means handbags, whether it means one way or the other, but get them off, you know, their usual set play where they tear teams apart. If you're going to go toe-to-toe with them, I think they'll embarrass us. But if we somehow make the game, old school Chelsea, dirty, slow, fast, provoke them, get them unsettled mentally, then you have a chance. And I think there could be something. And Disasi, he's one of those guys there. I always thought he should be captain. But no, he's obviously lacking a little bit of skills and defensively, but I still like him. Speed, aggressivity, physicality, that motivator type there. He's a kind of player which you'd do very well at Man United as a captain. They need that kind of player, that motivator. Sorry, Skylar, sorry. And how are you, Skylar?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, we already have taken rubbish from you in form of Mason Mount. Now you're just trying to ship us your cast-offs, which isn't helpful for us. Because anyways, if you have seen our defense this season, despite spending money on like two good centre backs. One of them is injured. We still are facing lots of problems. So yeah, we don't want Disasi. I don't know how he solves any of our problems. And also, yeah, I don't think he's that good. I do agree with you. He's like an old-fashioned centre back. And when you guys were playing him with Badia Shield, it was like who would make a mistake first. So yeah, I mean that's one area you probably need someone experienced. You still haven't replaced Thiago Silva. I think that needs to happen next summer or whatever. Like if a top experienced centre back. That's what I mean. Like an experienced centre back, that kind of profile. Because Fofana is
experience,
although
but
he has
also
done well with
quality.
Leicester,
Experience, but
yeah,
also quality. Because
quality, right? Yeah. And there are
Disasi
not too
got
many in the market. If
experience,
you
but
see,
he's not
there
that.
are not anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember. Is there any centre back like that? Because I can say one, but Inter Milan, Bastoni, they won't let him leave unless Chelsea pays stupid money because he's very, very good.
But that is a
Other
very
than
good
that, I don't
point. That
see.
is a good point that you are making. But I want
Who
to
is
give you
there?
an example. Last season, nobody knew who Van de Ven was. Look
Yeah.
at him today in the Premier League. So I still believe that there are players out there just because they don't have big names or they don't play in big teams and we don't know them yet. But I think there are certain players in the French division or Portuguese division. They are just solid, very good overall. But people don't really pay too much attention. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I mean that's why I was surprised. I was a bit surprised, like why you guys didn't go for Delict because he would have been perfect for you because
Because of the
especially under
style
your
we play.
manager. Yeah, he is good. Actually, Delict has been very good. He has been one of our better players. He has started almost all of our games except the last couple. I mean, the one which we got hammered against Liverpool also. He was our man of the match in the first half. So he has been very good. Although he has made some mistakes, he is still 25. He is that kind of leader, old-fashioned centre back, and he has played at top clubs. So like he would have been very good for you. But yeah, I do agree. Like if Tottenham can scout Van de Ven, why can't Chelsea with their all like they probably have one of the best scouting systems? Why can't they do it? But because you have to create the next Sergio Ramos, you have to create the next Van Dijk because all of the centre backs right now they are not on that level. Even Van der Ven, he's good, but
He
we'll
was
see.
exposed. Come on, he got exposed in the last game, 3-3 Tottenham there. He was exposed. We saw his limitations. Van der Ven, Tottenham
Van
3.
de Ven.
Who would have
Brighton.
played 3-3 against, who was that?
Brighton.
Brighton. Brighton exposed Mitoma and his friends. They exposed him that he has
But
limitations. He's not.
defending doesn't depend on only one individual. Like he's a very attacking kind of centre back / whatever position. I was just giving an example of this guy
Man
came
United,
out of the
Man
blue,
United made him look good. Man United made him look good. They're downing tools to try and get rid of the manager. So that we can't count that goal there. I don't know. They were playing
But
against the manager, but
overall he's good,
actually.
bro.
He's actually
he's good,
yeah.
but
He's
he's
good,
not.
bro.
He's good. He's good only because he's fast, but he's not that fantastic. He has limitations.
I still remember when he had a masterclass against Chelsea Football Club last season before he got injured. He's good. Just don't hate because he's Tottenham. I know where you're going with this. Be honest. Be honest. I know where you're going with this. The guy is good, bro. Give him some flowers. He's good.
I'm going to give the only person I'm going to give flowers is to Skylar. I have to give him flowers for the decision he made. That is what I call big testicles. He sent Sir Alex Ferguson to the rubbish dump of history. He said, "You out of here. We want a fresh start. We don't want you sniffing around here, influencing, making bad decisions for the club. You were too much of a bad smell there. You out of here. We're going to do things our way, the new way. We plant new seeds, and we're going to make a fresh start. And we don't want this old man here with his mentality from 1920. That is out of date." And that's only because I saw the video Mr. Oaks made. And I think that is very brave. And obviously, people, old school Man United fans, are not very happy. But I just think if you the new owners, what have you, you want to do your way, a bit like Chelsea. What did Chelsea do? Todd Bowley came there. He said, "You know what? I'm tired of all these old people here. 13 players. You all out of here. I'm going to bring in my own players, my own coaching staff, my own everything. Start from fresh." and he's coming out looking like he's smelling of roses. So I think maybe they're taking a leaf out of Chelsea's book. So congratulations.
Oh, are you talking about Sir Alex?
Yes.
Without
So
naming
yeah,
him?
old whiskey knows.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really kicked him out. It's just that we are going to stop paying him 2 million for doing ambassadorial work. As said, he's still very much part of the club's fabric. I mean, he's still welcome to the games. I mean, it's just that we won't be giving him 2 million a season, which he was getting for doing ambassadorial work. That's it. I mean, it's not like we have kicked him out.
But that is what that is just PR, to the public. But the reality is they just say, you know what, we don't want you around here sniffing around here, trying and making decisions, what have you.
He has no effect on how we are playing. I mean, he's just there for like an old guy, not old guy, but he's just like a legacy now. I mean, he has no, like, even on the board, he has no like voting rights or anything. He's just an ambassador. And
but you don't have, yes. But you know that he still pulls the strings. That doesn't matter just because he's not on any board or whatever.
So.
But
This guy had a brain surgery in 2019.
He's still very influencer. His word has power.
Influence from his presence, but he has no influence based on his decision. He's not telling Ten Hag to break Bruno every game. I don't think that's what he's doing. Yeah, so he's there. He's there, but I don't. Yeah, they have also said that no board members will be allowed in the dressing room, which is okay, which is understood. You don't need to say it because why would the board members go into the dressing room? So you will still see Sir Alex in the watching the game. That won't change. It's just that we are not going to be paying him 2 million because last month United had to lay off 1,127 employees. Imagine how many of them could have been paid by that 2 million.
How many?
1,127.
Wow.
What were they all doing, all these people?
They canceled lunch.
They just decided that these guys were not, we don't need so many employees, so we're just going to get rid of them.
But Ten Hag still there.
Yeah, we fired Sir Alex before Ten Hag.
No, but hang on. Hey, but Skylar, please, just rewind. You said they fired 1,000 something employees. What were all these people doing? That's what I'm asking you. What were all these people doing?
Were in London. They have offices in London when the club is in Manchester. So they are getting money for just being friend with somebody who brought somebody who created a job that means really nothing.
Most of them, most of them are working from home. So,
So now everybody need to be go to the office and be in Manchester where the club is. Only few employees are in London offices. So I kind of understand, but in the human aspect of it, somebody who got a job there, who've been working for 20 years there, they don't even have lunch anymore. They cancel the Christmas Christmas party. How much that is gonna cost? It's like, it's just be human and probably do it slowly and surely instead of like everybody out right now. Get out.
They should have started. They should have started by getting rid of the big earners, Bruno's, and the left winger. What's his name?
Luke Shaw.
Not Luke Shaw. The other one.
Anthony.
The one. No, the left winger. The one on 380 grand a week. What's his name? Rashford.
Rashford.
They should have. They wanted to make a statement. Get rid of those real big wage earners and go back to like a Chelsea standard there, where you pay max like 100,000 a week or whatever it is, an 8-year contract.
That's what we're trying. That's what we're trying. We have let go of all the big earners. Varane is gone, De Gea is gone. So we are trying to control our wage bill.
And also Sancho is gone. Yeah,
Sancho is gone. So we are trying to cut costs as much as possible because Sir Alex, he has already pocketed 25 million after retiring. So
nice.
University people are like, you're 87 years old. How much money you need? So
I'm just a little bit worried about Sir Alex's health because football is his life, right? So traveling, going to games is kind of keeping him alive and feel like he's contributing to something. So when you cut his salary and you say, oh, you can come to games, you have a VIP ticket to the games, and he doesn't travel anymore. I think he doesn't really feel like it's important anymore. But let's say hi to Mr. Makin. Makin, are you there? You've been there for a while.
Yes,
and
sir,
I want to
apologize
to Mr. CS, who was waiting for 10 minutes. I didn't see because my earphones were not connected to StreamYard, so you were waiting for 10 minutes, and I didn't ignore anybody. I apologize for that. I just didn't see. It's technical issues. All right, let's go, Mr. McKean.
Yes. I'm here to catch up on all the disparaging,
Yes, sir.
the comments about the vindictive comments about Disassi,
Yes, sir.
the degrading comments, I'm coming for all of it,
Okay.
We need to understand, that this type of player is needed in this team. We cannot be so fickle, when we have a player like Axel Disassi. He is not the same as Badia Shield. We need to stop putting them in the same bracket. It doesn't work like that. This man is a leader. He can still do something within this Chelsea team. The things he's good at, Tosin is not necessarily good at.
Yeah.
There's certain turns, that Tosin is a bit stiff.
Yeah.
And I've seen it a few times at Fulham. He gets done out a lot. That might be one of the reasons why Maresca is choosing Fofana in certain aspects. But we need to understand, that Disassi has been the best player besides Silva. Since Silva left here, he's been the number 2 guy, even when Silva was there. Let's stop discrediting this player as if he's anybody or like he's on the same technical level as Wesley Fofana. It's not the same thing. We cannot do that. Even off to the point where we're offering him up to United. No, we're not doing that. We're the United of the South now. Things have changed. The table has turned. Let's carry on. These guys, they have their own thing going on. They can take what we give them, like Mount, Mourinho, there's other things, it's okay.
Yeah.
But we cannot overlook our players' performances, and then go straight to Disassi and say, oh, he's not a good player. He hasn't had the games to express his talents fully. His run should have carried on from when Silva left. He's been taken off for some reason we don't know. And I don't know what it is with this fickleness that we have We keep judging players that don't get minutes. Like we feel like we have the over wisdom to be like, oh, he's not good. He's not playing, so he's not good. We did the same thing with Madueke when he wasn't playing last season.
Yeah. That's true. That is a good point. Yeah.
When the season before that, he was one of the top goal scorers in the team. So there's been a lot of up and down, that we need to take into consideration. Just because a player is not being seen playing, you can't judge him.
Yeah.
If there's no rotations in the team, you can't go ahead and then judge a player and say, oh, here's my 2 cents. Because United did the same thing with Sancho, and look what's happening now. They are eating it.
Yeah.
They are eating their words.
Exactly. Yeah, so
when we have our play, go on.
Yeah, go on.
No, go.
No, what I say, a player could look not good in the one system or in a certain period of time. It doesn't mean necessarily that he's rubbish, as the Mr. CFC gamer is claiming here and calling Disassi all kind of names. We're not saying that he's in the same level at Thiago Silva or Sergio Ramos or whatever, but he got something in him that is not making him rubbish as people will make it.
Facts.
And
facts, Ogs.
Yeah.
And remember, when the last time, Madueke and Cole Palmer scored, look back again. When they scored, the first guy they went to the bench was Disassi. They all went to Disassi.
Yeah. That's true. But we are dealing with like internet generation now is about now. If you had a good game against whatever Ghent, and then immediately you are Ebola, you are the best thing that ever happened, or you have a good game against League One team or whatever, and then all of a sudden we don't take to consideration context and everything. I just want to remind people when we played Manchester City last season and we drew both games, how Disasi was pivotal, how he was just like a beast, celebrating tackles, you know, clearing like impossible, like dominating Erling Haaland and all that. And even against Liverpool first leg at Stamford Bridge, it was his goal that gave us a point, 1-1. And people will forget all that because it's been a long time and he's sitting on the bench and we don't know what's going to happen to him. And all of a sudden, just because Tosin played in Europa League or in the FA Cup and had good game, but they are different kind of players, and different kind of players supposed to play different kind of games. You know, in a game,
and they can play together. They can play
they
together.
can also
they
play
have
together. We don't have to.
They're intelligent.
We don't have to divide them, or in order to press somebody, we have to just destroy another one. No, it doesn't have to be that way. So that's the way.
Yeah. In the back three system, Disasi on the right, Toshin in the middle because of height and aggression, and you have Kowo on the left because he's at his very good left foot.
Yeah,
and he's aggressive as well. That back three is solid. It's probably the most solid defense in the league.
Yeah,
if we was to play like that, with the wing backs, you have Gusto on the right, and on the other side, you got someone like Vega or Cucurella. They can both attack. Like it's an aggressive team. So when you're having a team like that, you need to focus on the midfield, because you need to have a solid six because your centre backs are going to be mobile. It's a constant movement, and when you have, this is why like we have to take into consideration, with the way Cassidy played when we wasn't looking for Enzo. Cassidy made Badiashile look very good.
Yeah.
Cassidy was gluing the defense and the six. The sixth position has been a problem for a long time, and we have Lavia there that can do a job. Like we need to take into consideration that the type of players that have been playing the majority of the games, whether we need to see if they fit into the system or not.
Yeah,
and it's looking like Enzo's not fitting in appropriately yet into the system. He hasn't sunk in yet properly yet.
That's true, and
so
many people try to blame other people around. Like every time you try to state some fact about like Enzo Fernandez, you get all kind of abuses. But the truth is the truth. We have to find a way to get something out of Enzo. For now, it's just not working, and people need to be honest enough to say it without getting abused, And something that you said at the beginning, one thing that I just remember, when Rudiger joined Chelsea, he was injury prone, and then after those injuries, he started playing in the back four. It didn't work for him, got destroyed by West Ham and many teams. Many of us wanted him out because he was poor in the three at the back. Thomas Tuchel came in 4 at the back. Thomas Tuchel came. He's not injury prone anymore. He's on his prime. 3 at the back. Rudiger, world class. So you might make your theories and narrative about certain players because of a certain period of time without using context and common sense. And then you see how they perform under another manager or another system or when they are fit 100%. So football is not that black or white just because you were poor and then you're going to continue to be poor in every system, every manager. It can change very, very quickly in football. Look at Rudiger today. Look at how he helped us win the Champions League. He became world class out of the blue. After everybody, including me, I said it, get him out. Zuma is better. Do this and that. Even me made videos about Rudiger, how poor he was. But look at him. So I learned over the years not to be so definite about players. Make theories and narrative, black or white conclusions. No, not me.
I just didn't know. I had no idea that Cassidy was that good. I
Yeah,
was not ready for that. I was not
Casade.
ready for that.
Casade is a good
And
player.
and now the Real Madrid apparently are interested in Achimpong. Like these are the things here where we're disqualifying players here that are not getting the time, and other teams see the potential in these players. We could lose big things if we don't actually take into consideration what we have, like the Carney Chukwuemekas, the Cassidays. Like we need to test out what we have.
Very good point. And you are one of the rare people that actually value what we got, because Chelsea fans, you know, for years we've been programmed to think that it's always greener somewhere, even if we have tons of players from the academy and even the one that we just bought. We just bought now, and tomorrow is just like, no, they are nothing. We have to go and buy some more. If you look at even Andrew Santos, you know, he might be even better than certain midfielders that we have right now. But for Chelsea fans, it's always buy, but not really focusing on, okay, let's give them proper games to judge them. It's like we judge them based on 30 minutes in the league game. Oh, he didn't do good. That means you are not good enough. That is not how football works. And I always tell people that if Lamine Yamal was a Chelsea Football Club, by now he was going to be still in the academy, waiting when he's 21 to send him at Stoke City on loan. But if you gave him a chance and you are patient, when he started, he wasn't that good that he looks today. But it was somebody who trusted him, who gave him a run of games, and look at him today. So very, very good point that you are making.
It's true. Like Omari Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have so many bowlers that we just neglect and we just buy for no reason, because, and sometimes I understand people, because for 20 years we have the best owner in the history, Mr. Abramovich, who he just didn't care. You don't perform, you are out. We got somebody else. So we kind of used to that situation, which is not necessarily good. It's good because we were winning trophies, but now football has changed. You know, everybody got money.
But
yes,
but,
sir.
Sorry, yeah, but then it's weird because that's true, but at the same time, yeah, Cobham has won the Youth Champions League for like 5 years straight during the Abramovich era.
Yeah,
like straight.
It was just
Like,
lacking
it's
a little bit of, okay, promote two of the brightest from the academy. Stop buying. Instead of going on the market and buy five players, let really stuck with these two, give them a proper chance in the first team. But back then, the manager is coming. He knows that he got 18 months maximum. You have to win now. What time you going to have to develop Jeremy Boga or Gael Kakuta? No, I want a proven guy who can win me a game today. I don't want you to make mistakes and get me sacked immediately. I want to win. So it's different aspect during Mr. Abramovich to understand, but now people need to start changing our mindset slowly and surely, understanding that we have to develop and we have to trust and give chances to certain players that we got in the team already.
So sorry, one more question here.
Yes,
what do we do with Achimpong? Because now Real Madrid, you know.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Well, for Achimpong,
do we get rid of
first of all,
what do we do?
He's not getting enough playing time. So the way I see it is, it could be also his camp trying to put a little bit of pressure on Chelsea Football Club that, hey, if you don't give me a chance, there are clubs that are looking for me. Not necessarily that Real Madrid want him, because Real been linked also with Trent. Trent is going to be a free agent next summer. but they can get him paying Liverpool some money in January. So it's another.
But Oaks, they can afford both. Oaks, they have enough space for both.
That's what I'm saying.
It's scary.
I don't really believe 100% of on the link Achipong to Real Madrid. That's why I said that it could be his camp trying to take advantage of, like, Real Madrid got a lot of injuries, Carvajal and whatever. They don't have really somebody there, and they want to say, hey, if you don't want to give me a chance here, Real Madrid want me. So you will see in the transfer market many names thrown out there. It's a strategy from agent to try to put their client out there in the conversation. So I think if Real Madrid need somebody, I don't think they're going to go for 18, 19 years old. They might go for a free agent who is ready, who can perform immediately than develop another kid. But it could be also true that they want him. What tells you is that the guy is quality, and sometimes we have to give him proper games. Allow him also to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, because that is the only way he can improve. But at Chelsea, looks like we just don't care. We don't give them a chance. So what's going to happen, I really don't blame Achipong, because he need to play. There were some games that he could have had maybe 30 minutes or whatever, but not. So I don't know, man. It's complicated. It's complicated, this case here.
Yeah, it's so scary, Ogs, because they can afford both. They can afford Trent and Achimpong, and they have enough space. They desperately they have space for even 3 right backs. They got space for 2. They could have Trent starting, and they could have Achimpong growing and growing like they did with Chouameni and those guys.
Yeah,
that's not fair. True. That is not fair.
Yeah, but when you don't have a pattern, you don't have a path to the first team at Chelsea, you're gonna lose some quality players like Rio. Rio now plays for Liverpool, and I heard that there's even a conflict between Liverpool and Chelsea now, that we don't want them to send their scout anymore to watch our games and all that because of what happened with Rio. But in the other way, you're thinking yourself, you have Rio, you have amazing players, and you go and you buy KDH, for example. You go and buy another wonder kid for 25 million from Brazil or from Soweto or from France or something. So they're just thinking we are just merchandise here. There is no path, a clear path for us to go. So I don't really blame those players and their families and their agent, because it's very difficult to make it to Chelsea Football Club as a young player, no matter how good you are. There's another kid from the academy, huh? His name is Ibrahim Al-Rajab. That is his name. Let me just search him a little bit. That kid scored like 54 goals in 45 games, something crazy like that. Like, he is just flying now. He's almost 16 years old. English international in the youth level. His parents are from Morocco. He's been compared with Messi. They call him the Coban Messi.
Oh, yeah, that boy. Yeah.
He
looks a bit like Mount, innit?
Yeah, and nobody said that he's going to be that way when he grows up. But this is the kind of players that you can take a risk and say, I have nothing to lose. Let me try at least one young player from the academy. Let me try. Let me give him a chance, proper games. This is the reason why we have Yamal today, because somebody believed in him and gave him a run of games. So at Chelsea, you will see a kid like that. If he doesn't have a clear path to the first team, he doesn't sign a contract, he leaves to another team. So I would like to see, this is the guy. All right, so this is the guy. He got like in 40 games, he scored 52 goals, 60 assists. In the academy level, they are all babies, but you understand that even Erling Haaland started somewhere. Nobody's gonna be all of a sudden 20 years old. You have to start somewhere. So when you have this level of football IQ in a high level, you have to play man football as soon as possible. You have to play with people who are older than you, who are smarter than you, and learn. And this is how you can have people like Leo Messi, Yamal, and Ansu Fati and those players, because they were given a chance to make mistakes. It doesn't mean that he's gonna be doing the same thing in the senior level, but if you don't try, you don't know. Tayo is asking here why everyone is hyping Enzo over trash team of Bolivia. Okay, so basically, people are hyped and praising Enzo because he had a good game against Bolivia. Well, Enzo, to his credit, he does good with the national team. But you play with Messi, you play with Alvarez, you play with a lot of quality world-class players everywhere. McAllister is a little bit different system they play over there. So if he does good, you have to give him credit. Now, what you do with my team, Chelsea, is what is more important for me. And we have to be honest to say that the Chelsea Football Club, we're still waiting for the 120 million player that we bought. You know, he hasn't arrived yet, in my opinion. It doesn't mean that he's not gonna arrive. We're still waiting, but at the moment, we have to find a way to get something out of him. What do you think of that question here? Why are we hyping Enzo Fernandez just because they played against a trash team, according to Mr. Tayo?
I think a lot to do with Fernandez. It has to do a lot with marketing, you know. And I have a feeling, I have a conspiracy theory brain, you know. It's not that it goes all over the place.
Yeah.
But what I think about the Enzo situation is that I feel like they're buffering him up. Like they're you know how sometimes you gotta stuff the turkey for a long time. Yeah, before you roast it properly.
Yeah.
You know, like we did with Gallagher, you know. Gallagher got his minutes up, he's got his accolades up, he's had time on the leadership.
Yeah.
And then he goes to a team where he can actually become an actual European talent, you know.
That makes sense.
And I have a feeling they're doing the same with Enzo, because these performances, that you can't hide from it. You can't look away. Even someone that doesn't watch football properly can see, you know.
Yeah. It's true.
Too visible.
That's true. Yeah, so you think that we're going to end up by selling him to Atletico Madrid or something?
I have that feeling.
And that, even if putting some oil on fire, I think you are the agent. You know, we know you now that you are working behind the scenes, because there is a picture that's going on social media right now where, let me find it, where Enzo Fernandez, where Atletico Madrid are talking about Enzo Fernandez and Julian Alvarez. They put a picture of both, and they say kind of River Plate connection, kind of. So everybody, if you read on the comment on Twitter, people interpret it as this is the beginning of like connection between them. They want Enzo Fernandez, kind of in that sense, if that makes sense. So
yeah, I'm not mad. You know, it could work out for him. You know, because it was a heavy load of price. You know, it was a heavy price on him. So if he can find his worth somewhere else, you know, it'll be good, because him finding his feet. Yeah, we've given enough time and space. We've changed everything around him since he's come to the team. So we shouldn't have to do that to the detriment of our club, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not like he's a youth player that grew up here from ground up like Gallagher. He's not attached to us like that. So I don't see a reason why we shouldn't get rid of him when we
But
can.
the
Sometimes you
money,
have to
though,
count
the
your
money we
losses.
spent on him, what is his market value right now, Enzo Fernandez?
Right now, I'm not too sure, but I'm sure he
Like
could
eye
go for
test,
around the
just
same.
guess. How much can
Yeah,
we really?
roughly, I'll say 60. Roughly,
Yeah.
roughly. Well, what were this new ownership?
Mm.
They don't play. It's not like Roman, you know. Roman just bought stuff and he didn't sell that much. These guys, they'll make their money back.
Yeah.
Egbali doesn't play like that.
Mm.
Egbali is serious. From when he sold Mount, to United for that price,
Yeah.
and then, and Arsenal, Havertz,
I have it.
that's
Yeah.
you don't, don't underestimate that guy. He'll make his money back.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get a little bit. We're gonna get a little bit hit on the price, or we can cook something like over the years and bonuses to make it publicly looks like we're gonna get money. But most of those bonuses are just made to make you feel good, and most of them are not gonna be triggered. Those clauses in the contract, and we might take a hit, but this is part of business, though. In business, you're not gonna just win all the time. You are going to make some wrong decisions along the way, and you're gonna have to claim it in your books. The end of the season, you claim losses, and that is part of life. You're not gonna always win. The problem with Chelsea is they spent too much money on certain players that it's gonna be almost impossible to get money back. Another one is Mikhailo Mudryk, 88 million, if we believe on what the media is telling us. So even if we have to sell him, it's gonna be very difficult.
But sometimes you have to do them kind of moves, you know, like buy Mikhailo Mudryk for them prices, because he could have ended up going to Arsenal, you know.
Yeah.
And he may be, with his mentality, he's a very obedient player. He has a good mentality compared to Gabriel Martinelli. So he could have been an upgrade to Martinelli if we let him go. And that could have made them probably give them the right push to maybe win the league, you know?
But
so
I
sometimes
respect your opinion. I respect your
yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
And Chelsea used to do it just to make it difficult for opponent not to get them, like Willian and
kill their
Pedro
game.
and John Obi Mikel. The problem we have now is like when that player doesn't really do good, and then people will banter you and they say they dodge the bullet. Like in Modric, he's lacking something, that brother. He got the skills, but just a little bit of football IQ to understand certain things.
Yeah.
I don't know
if Arteta knows how to use players like that. Arteta, let's not discredit them. Yeah, they know. They, especially like Pep, Guardiola, Arteta. Those guys already use Jeremy Doku and Martinelli. They're not very technically sound off the ball, but when they get the ball, they have specific instructions that they follow and kill.
Yeah.
And Mudryk is that kind of player, and we don't need a player like that to go to a rival team. That's what I'm thinking. And even recently with Paul Pogba, he might make a comeback. We don't know where.
Yeah.
But personally, just to kill their game, he might go to Arsenal. So I say we outbuy him, we outbuy Arsenal and get Pogba, so that, because that's their missing link. They're missing a player like him to actually potentially challenge for the title. They don't need much to win the title. There's just little trinkets that they're lacking, and we need to make sure they don't get those.
It's football heritage, bro. It's football heritage.
Yeah, kill the game.
Arsenal, they always say we're gonna win the quadruple every single season so far, and they don't win it. They said Kai Havertz is going to help them win the league. Will happen. Jorginho is going to help them to win the league. It's going to happen one day, but just because of one individual, I doubt a little bit. Probably a group of players could help them. And Trossard, actually, I think he performed better than Mudryk, since when they missed out on Mudryk, they went for Trossard. And look at Trossard impact. And Mudryk impact is just like day and night. So we don't know. Yeah, this is, we are getting to the territory of maybe not, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Apparently,
Yeah,
maybe,
because
you know,
it's
because nobody really knows what was gonna happen.
It's a dangerous possibility, you know.
Yeah,
because then that's the middle of the park. You know, middle of the park. Yeah, is crucial. You have Rice. You have Thomas Partey and Jorginho.
Yeah.
You know, if they add Pogba to that instead of Jorginho, or maybe sometimes, because there's the things that they're lacking in here, Pogba has all of it.
Also,
he's got the strength, the height, the technique.
Yeah.
He has everything that they're lacking, because
the problem,
their problem,
yes,
they got soft underbelly in the midfield.
Yeah.
If they have a strong technical player, it's going to be a big problem, because they never had one since Vieira.
I understand. But have you watched somebody called Mikel Merino? He hasn't played many games in the Premier League. They bought him from Spain. And if you look at the way he performed with the national team and the way he performed at Real Betis, whatever team he came from, he looks like a very solid, it looks like everything that you just described. Aggressive,
it's true.
Long range of passes, end product, stuff like that. So I doubt a little bit that they can go for Pogba, because Pogba is bringing a lot of junks. He's injury prone. He dances all the time, and people try to use his dancing and his vibes as an opportunity to hit him. And you're going to have a lot of media attention for the wrong reasons. He just had a ban for 1 year now, 4 years, but it was reduced to 1 year. He's going to be there only like from March. He can play football with another team. So all those little things, I don't think Arteta is going to deal with antics outside the pitch and on the pitch. And if you look at Aubameyang, they had problem with Arteta because of those little things. Arteta want to control. Arteta want to be the boss who tells people what to do and no noise on and off the pitch and all that. So I doubt a little bit that they will go for Pogba, no matter how cheap he could be or a free agent or something. I just doubt. And they have more than enough in that midfield. I think what Arsenal need right now is a proper number 9. Bring me a Drogba, bring me a Falcao, bring me somebody, you know, angry, ugly, tough to beat. If they got that guy in the box so they can find a different way of winning games, I think Arsenal can win the league. They are lacking that guy. Havertz is not that guy, that target man.
But you know, Oaks as well, yeah? For you to have that kind of 9, you need to have a strong 6 too.
Yeah.
When we had Drogba, yeah, we had Mikel. You need someone strong. That whole line needs to be tough.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be like that.
I agree. That makes sense. I think now, if they have somebody like that, I think they can make Declan Rice disciplined and play the Mikel role, kind of. I don't know if that is gonna even work, but
I don't know either. I don't know about that, man.
They have a solid defense now. They have a very solid defense. They have options like Timber can play from both sides. They have Calafiori can play from both sides and even as a center back. And they have Ben White, also very versatile. So I think Arsenal are just missing like 1 or 2 key players, especially that number 9, and they could be cooking. They could win the league. I don't want them to win, but
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
the
don't worry.
reality is
And my plan is to make sure we outbid anyone that's there to save them in that positive way. If they're
yeah.
gonna go for a 6, yeah,
Mhm.
take it away from them. We'll figure out later.
Yeah. Oh
It's been
man.
working so far.
Yeah. This season, I think we can give them problems. Everybody don't give us respect now, but because they destroy us 5-0. But that was Agent Pochettino sabotaging Chelsea. This season, we can cause them problems. So it is what it is. So Mr. Let me read one comment here. Mr. People's Republic said that he will join. Don't worry, my brother. We are here. If you want to take a break and come back, I'm still here. I'm just hanging out because I have the whole house for myself.
But Ogs, I'm gonna head off though. I have to go training.
Thank you, my
training
brother.
started in a bit.
Okay.
Anytime. I'll be back when I can.
Have a great day, my brother. You're gonna find me here probably. I'll have a long show today. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Thank you so much. God bless. Be safe out there.
Peace,
Okay.
Peace.
All right. Peace. Okay, people. So if you wanna join me, you can do it for free. But if you don't, and then I'm gonna keep on talking and answering to your questions. People's Republic said that Pobatelli will be an ideal and cheap replacement for Enzo if we sell him. Interesting, right? Another French connection here. Another French revolution at Chelsea. Why not? Pogba is a good player. How old is Pogba? He might be like 30 years old or something. 29 or 30 in that. He's still a good age. You know, he can still give you 2 quality seasons. The problem with Paul Pogba is his injuries. I don't really care about his private life, all right? He's a multi-millionaire young man. He can enjoy his money, but you have to provide something on the pitch. You know, that is the most important for me. If you play football, you go to a nightclub or you dance on TikTok, it's not my problem. You perform on the pitch. Your life is your life. All right? So Enzo Fernandez, I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon, unless if Enzo Maresca has enough and say, you know what, I'm going to start benching you. And then he got frustrated just like Julian Alvarez. He got frustrated with Manchester City and he was like, oh no, I have to go because I have to play games. But it looks like Chelsea are forcing Enzo Fernandez to succeed at Chelsea. They gave him the captain armband regardless of allegations and controversy that he caused. They made him captain. Now it looks like he's the first name in the shit every single game. So they are trying to push him commercially in South America. They want to make him like the face of South America. But at some point, if it doesn't work out and you keep forcing, people will notice that. And you have to do the right thing. If it's not working for him and you start benching him and he doesn't feel comfortable anymore and you got a good deal and he want to go to Spain, I think Spanish football is going to fit Enzo Fernandez good. Like imagine him in the midfield at Real Madrid or Barcelona. Or, yeah, I don't really know if it's going to work at Atletico. But Atletico, he got a lot of brothers there from Argentina. The manager is from Argentina. He's going to feel at home. But his style of football is he needs to be given freedom. And he also needs to be protected. He needs protection around him. So if you go to Atletico, everybody need to work very hard defensively. There is no passengers. You know, they don't babysit people over there. You have to work very, very hard just like anybody else in the team. So I doubt a little bit like Enzo Fernandez is going to go well at Atletico, but why not? So many Argentinian people over there. He might feel at home, but I think Barcelona, Real Madrid, or other teams in Spain, Enzo Fernandez is going to cook because he's going to have more space. He's going to get protection. And then he's gonna cook. Simple as that. The problem in the Premier League is nobody cares about your price tag. Nobody cares about your World Cup. You won the World Cup. Nobody cares. Everybody wanna kill you. You don't have the same space on the ball. No space, no time. People put pressure on you from minute 1 to the last. And he's struggling. He's struggling. All right. So Pogba, Mr. People's Republic say like a Pobatelli would be an ideal cheap replacement for Enzo Fernandez if we sell him. We don't need any replacements at Chelsea. We don't need anybody because we have everybody that we need. Andrew Santos. Remember the name. Watch some of his games. That guy is amazing. Technically, physically. He got everything. He looks like 100 million midfielder. Andrew Santos. He's dominating the French league now in another level. He is so good. But because he didn't cost 120 million, nobody is giving him the respect that he deserves. Casadei, that guy can also turn to be a very, very good midfielder. He got the size, he got the physique, he got the technique. But for some reason, because there are so many of them, he's not getting enough chances to prove people what he can do. And then you still have KDH. You still have Chukwuemeka, who is a completely different kind of midfielder, of course, more attacking. Kellyman also, Omari Kellyman that we bought for 20 million from Aston Villa. And then you have Ugo Chuku. Ugo Chuku, what a midfielder we have. That guy also, if you give him a chance, you give him a proper run of games, my friend, that brother is going to develop to the next level. So I can go on and on and on and tell you how many good midfielders we have and they are not getting a chance. So why go and buy somebody just for the heck of it? Go buy Pogba, even if it costs 20 million. You're going to have to pay him 200k a week. And he might spend half of the season in the hospital. So what the point? And you have Ugo Chuku that you pay probably 30k a week, who is very solid, who can play 80% of the games, and who probably might develop and give you something like Pogba. Why not? So I don't really buy into like we have to hijack this, we have to go for this and that, we have to pay money for this, because I believe that Chelsea got quality in the team that need to be given a chance. Renato Vega, another one. Midfielder, solid. Center back, solid. You play him as a full back, solid. So we already have them in the team, bro. Forget about Paul Pogba at the moment. All right, Mr. People's Republic is crazy. You are crazy. All right. And People's Republic also say that if you get 70 million for Enzo Fernandez, then you have done well. As his market value has dropped. Yeah, his market value is very, very low at the moment. We just hope that it can go up a little bit. And the way it could go up is if he performs good. Chelsea, you know? People, call us if you have time to do so. Ask a question to keep the conversation going. I'm still here for a little while. What time it is? Yeah, I'm still here before I go out and go somewhere. I'm still here. I am still here. Okay, what else is trending? Let's go and double check on Chelsea official page and see what is happening. They pinned Enzo Fernandez picture here for the next game. That is even telling you exactly that Enzo Fernandez is gonna start that game. He's like undroppable at the moment. Undroppable Enzo, and if he loses the ball, it's somebody's fault. Even if he misses one-on-one duel, it's always somebody's fault. Yeah, one-on-one. It's somebody's fault. It's Gallagher's fault or Caicedo's fault. So people need to learn how to tell the truth. We all like the guy. We want him to be successful. But just because you are lying and you are manipulating and try to blame everybody else for Enzo's mistakes doesn't mean that you like him more than anybody else. No. You know? You are not a yes man here where you have to always tell yes, 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 yes all the time. You are bad, you are bad. You have to improve. That's the way it is. This is Chelsea Football Club. We don't need passengers. We need dogs. We need people working for themselves and working for the team. And not, oh no, before you perform good, look at this guy was out of position and this guy didn't protect me and this and that. And hello? Why do you have to protect players all the time if you are world class and you are the most expensive player in the history? You're supposed to be, you know, like the playmaker. You're supposed to be the guy that we look up to. You have to bail us out and not we bailing you out all the time. What's wrong with people? So Enzo Maresca, official manager of the month from last month, of course, October, and Cole Palmer, player of the month. As you can tell here, the guy is on absolute fire, you know. Guy is on fire, unstoppable at the moment. The best player in the league, Cole Palmer. Not Erling Haaland, not Erling Haaland, not Bukayo Saka, not Mo Salah. Nobody. It's Mr. Cole Jermaine Palmer. All right. So the training at Cobham continues. You see Enzo Maresca making some jokes with Reece James and Romeo Lavia. No, it's good to see, man. Happy camper. I'm praying that Reece James stays fit. And you know what I'm going to do with Reece James from now on? He's going to be a bench player for a long period of time. For me, I will play him. I will start by playing him 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes maximum for a long period of time. I don't want to take any kind of risk. It's better to have quality of Reece James for 30 minutes than lose him for 4 months, you know? So we're going to build him slowly and surely. Even when he's 100%, I am not going to give Reece James 90 minutes. No, no, no. Maximum is 45 minutes. But that 45 minutes is going to come back. It's gonna be there like in January or something. All this year until the end of the season, give him 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. January, you can start giving him 45 minutes. And I'm not gonna be mad if until the end of the season, 45 minute bench player. Or you can start for 45 minutes, the second half, Malo Gusto, 45 minutes. That's the way it's supposed to be. And remember what Enzo Maresca said, that we wanted to take him off. He was in the tour here in America, right? So they wanted to take Reece James out in 2 minutes. And then when they were preparing to take him off, he got injured during that period. So imagine if we took him off 5 minutes earlier. He was going to be fit by now. So we need to learn from that and keep him like a luxury player for a long period of time. I don't think he's going to be mad about it. I think he's going to be happy just to be on the bench and then contribute and help the team instead of, okay, I want to play 90 minutes, and you got injured and you go back to the hospital. No, that is not the way it's supposed to be. Okay, let me read some comment here. Mr. Moriba, my brother from Trinidad. Okay, so let me start by Mr. People's Republic comment here. So I see that you have been cured from your osmanitis syndrome. All right. The penicillin, which is a medicine, penicillin. I haven't heard this since I was in Africa. To be honest, you brought this penicillin thing out of the blue. This just shows you. I heard about this when I was in Zimbabwe. The penicillin worked magic. First of all, you are putting words in my mouth. I've been healed from my Osman obsession. Basically, that's what you mean. First of all, I never ever was obsessed with Osimhen. I was the guy who got all kind of hate on social media because I didn't jump to the bandwagon of he's the next Didier Drogba. He's gonna solve all our problems. He's not gonna miss any kind of chance or whatever. Never say that. I always said I'm gonna keep an open mind, but he's not my number one choice. Everybody knows about it. He's on the record. I made thousands of shows saying I like him as an individual, as a brother, you know. But I don't like his football, and I don't think he's the solution for Chelsea. I said it on the record, but I always keep an open mind. Why? Because I don't make decisions. When we buy players, they don't call me and tell me who we're going to buy. So I have to support everybody that signed for Chelsea Football Club. So I kept an open mind about Osimhen because I saw him more than football. Osimhen is a product. Osimhen is Africa. You buy Osimhen, you got the next generation of Chelsea fans in Africa and around the world. So you might not like his football. He might not score 1,000 goals, but the fact that you have Osimhen in your team, what do you have to lose? What do I have to lose? I don't make decisions. So, you people, Republic, you're going to pick up one thing to make your theory. All right? I never said it. It's on the record. The VAR is there to double check. And we can go back and say, never was a fan of the guy. But I would tolerate and support him 110%. If he signed for Chelsea, next morning I would tell you that Osimhen is the best striker in the entire world, better than Haaland, better than Sesko, better than... because that's what I'm supposed to do with my boys. It doesn't mean that I want it to you. Pochettino, I was like, no, don't buy this Spursy guy. I don't like the guy, blah, blah, blah. And when he joined Chelsea Football Club, I had to support him. I was there for Pochettino until the end. It doesn't mean that I wanted him. You know what I mean? Because I can't continue with evil all the time. It's not going to change anything. So that is my positions when it comes to certain players. But you can pick up one word, twist it, and make it sound like I said it, but I didn't say it. You said it, and you try to put word in my mouth. We move. My brother Moriba say, big up, Ogs. Big up. Long time. No see. Long time because I'm not live anymore. Tayo said that Gallagher, Palmer, Vega are better defender than Enzo. Yeah, in terms of defensive work ethic, off the ball, on the ball, I think they work harder than Enzo. Enzo got his own way of football, you know. Smash the like button, people. Yeah, don't forget to smash that like button. It doesn't cost you anything, my friends. It just helps the channel a lot. Reading some comment from you. Moriba Letton said, Trinidad, we will give James bush bath. Okay. So is that the kind of traditional kind of healings or some, you know, some juju stuff so he doesn't get injured? Yeah, Rhys James need something like that. Rhys James need to go in the village, see the elders, talk to them. You know, this is spiritual. I heard a lot of stories about it. You have to go and see the elders so they can bless you, and they can wash you, and they can clean you from those injuries. So probably the next move for Rhys James is just go to Trinidad, and then they're gonna bush bath you. I think this is a good word that you're saying here. I don't want to get into Didi's situation here, right? How can you wash a man? I mean, in the bush. So it's suspect here. I hope it's not a bad word that you are using here, because I'm repeating what you just said. But don't bring a grown-up man in the bush and give him a bath. I don't know what that means. So I'm suspicious now, because you know the Didi situation now is trending, right? So I don't know about that. Why not start James and take him off at halftime for important games? Yeah, that makes sense, but not now though. Not now, because he's not fit. You have to build his fitness. So it need to be, you start in the first half. Oh, in the second half, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then you build. And then the second part of the season, you start playing him for 45 minutes, take him off. The second half, you bring somebody else, and we go from there. I'm okay the entire season have James for 45 minutes only. I'm cool with that, and I think he's cool with that too. He will be more than happy to be in that role. We move. Moriba said that we have to take our time for James. Yeah, that's true. We have to take our time, but he need to come back as quick as possible, if that makes sense. It sounds like contradicting myself. Taking time doesn't mean you have to wait for 2 years before he comes back. Because in the past, remember that we were waiting, like he's fit, but we are waiting for 1 more month, 2 more months. Give him more time. And then he comes 1 game, 2 games, he's injured again and go. So what is the point of waiting for 2, 3, 4 more months and be careful? The way I see it now is bring him as soon as possible, but start building him slowly and surely. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. I think that is the right way to go, instead of, oh, we have to wait. We have to give him time. We have to give him time, because with Rhys James, you don't know what is enough for him. You know, how much is too much for him and how less is too less for him. You just don't know. You have just to try him in order to figure out. So that's why bring him now. Give him 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Build it slowly and surely. Don't wait anymore. We can wait until January, and then he comes one game, boom, out again. It makes no sense. Okay. Malo has James' position. Osimhen or Boniface with his you. I prefer Boniface. Osimhen, I would tolerate if he comes to Chelsea. Give me a second. Oh, so sorry. I'm back. Sorry, guys. I had to sneeze. I have to sneeze, but I didn't want to do it on camera. It's very rude. It's very cold, though. So I didn't want to sneeze in front of people. I was like holding it and holding it. I'm like, oh, do it. And I had to turn everything off because it's not professional to sneeze. It can happen. Sometimes you can hold it. and no, it's not gonna, you can't hold it. I have some cold going on here. It's very, very cold. Okay. So you say Osimhen or Boniface, which I already said Boniface for many, many reasons. He's the type of players that I like, the kind of football that I like to see from my strikers. So yeah, Boniface for sure. Malo has James' position. Yeah. Malo also needs to take some rest because he also got his injury issues. Not the same level as James, but we have to start rotating them. 45 minutes, it doesn't hurt anybody. And everybody's going to be happy about it, you know. You don't want to wait until Malo Gusto is injured before you find solutions. When he's fit, you have to rotate, you know. Tayo said that James starting will strike fear and warning to Premier League oppositions. Yeah, he brings a little bit of fear factor to the oppositions. That's what you mean. Yeah, he got some ridiculous crosses in the box, and he's very good. He got end product delivery, you know, very good. Imagine if that guy was fit like Palmer, like he never got injured. I think Chelsea were going to be fine. Only when Chelsea is leading 4-0 in the game is when you bring on Reece James in the garbage time. You play the last 10 minutes. Chelsea are not gonna always lead 4-0. I mean, if that is just telling you that he's not gonna play, because just because you score 6 goals against Wolves doesn't mean that you're gonna score 2 goals against Nottingham Forest. So if you're gonna keep James, just when you are leading 4-0, and then we have a problem. That means you're not gonna play. That is just like excluding him from the team intelligently, you know. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, what is trending right now, my friend? This clip here from the training is good. Didier Drogba, Zola, Reece James. Yeah. I don't want to get copyrighted by showing you some image here, but it is what it is. I think I need some noodles or some hot sauce or something. I am having some cold issues here, so I need something hot, some coffee or something. anyways, so nothing special from Chelsea official website. Let's go and double check if there is any update from the Premier League. Just to remind you what's going to happen this weekend. Tottenham Hotspurs against West Ham. Fulham against Aston Villa. Ipswich against Everton. Manchester United against Brentford. Newcastle United against Brighton. Southampton against Leicester City. Bournemouth against Arsenal. Big surprise. Do it. Kepa Abragadabra. Please do it for us. Do it for Chelsea. Beat Arsenal. Imagine if Kepa comes like 90th minute and score a header against Arsenal and Bournemouth got 3 points. That is going to be something, right? Wolves against Manchester City. And on Sunday, we have Liverpool. Yeah, Sunday is going to be Wolves against Manchester City and Liverpool against Chelsea. Monday, it's going to be Nottingham Forest against Crystal Palace. And that is going to be the end of match week 8. Very interesting games this weekend. International break, you know, you really don't know who's going to be fit and who is not. Who got a knock from the international break. Who traveled all over the world. You know. Players from South America need to travel, go to Bolivia. Lack of oxygen. Jet lag. It's not easy, you know. After the international break, it's not easy to win games. And we saw the last time Liverpool got beaten at home by Nottingham Forest after the international break. Callum Hudson-Odoi with the only goal. Very, very interesting. Premier League current top 5 teams and each of their next 5 games. Thread. I don't want to put a thread here. Oh, yeah, look at that. So top 5 in the Premier League. Liverpool, top of the table with 18 points. Manchester City are second, 18 points. Goal difference plus 9. Arsenal are third, 17 points. Goal difference plus 9. Chelsea are fourth, 14 points. And that makes me even angrier. Angrier because we dropped 4 points at Stamford Bridge against Crystal Palace and against bloody Nottingham Forest. How? Aston Villa are 5th, the same amount of points as Chelsea, but they got plus 3 goal difference. And let's see for the next 5 games. So Liverpool, for the last 5 games, they're going to play against Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton, Aston Villa, and Southampton. Oh my goodness. This is tough. Very, very tough run of games for for Liverpool. The only easy game on paper is Southampton. But when a team is struggling like that, they have nothing to lose. They might make life very difficult for you. So it's not a given yet. Wow. They have a very, very tough schedule. We move. For Manchester City, they have to play Wolves, Southampton, Bournemouth, and Brighton, and Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah, it's acceptable for them. Look at that. Acceptable, really. Because the only tough games on paper is going to be Tottenham Hotspurs and also Brighton. Yeah, Brighton are doing pretty good. Pretty good. So I can say this is a very, very good run of games for Manchester City. Let's check on Arsenal. So Arsenal need to play Bournemouth and play Liverpool and play Newcastle and play Chelsea and play Nottingham Forest. Lord have mercy. They have a very, very tough schedule, really. The one that looks like easy on paper is going to be Bournemouth this weekend. Nottingham Forest, be careful. They beat Liverpool. They almost beat Chelsea. So this is a team to take seriously. So Arsenal got a very, very tough schedule for the last 5 games. Let's move on. Chelsea. Liverpool, a real test. Test of character. Test of where Chelsea are as a team right now. All the vibes out. Forget about the vibes. Forget about beating such and such. Now it's the real competition. Look at that. Liverpool, Newcastle United, Manchester United away, Arsenal at Stamford Bridge, and Leicester City away. Tough games for Chelsea. Oh my Lord. And in between these games, there will be, I think, the Conference League and also the Carabao Cup. Oh my Lord. Chelsea needs really to send a clear message. Starting this Sunday, go at Anfield Stadium, beat them, make a statement. Okay, and for Aston Villa, they're going to play Fulham, Bournemouth, Tottenham Hotspurs, Liverpool, and Crystal Palace. Yeah, it's acceptable. It's 50-50 kind of schedule for them. So whoever is going to survive the next 5 games got a big chance to finish top 4 or to win the league. Yeah, if you survive these games, these 5 games, kudos to you. And it's going to be during very tough Christmas period, very cold. This is a squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time. All right, let me go back and read some comment, and slowly and surely let's see what's gonna happen in the next minute. How many hours we've been here? Almost 2 hours. Oh wow! So we're getting there. We're pushing. How you say that that the worst time to bring gems, to play garbage minute and potentially get hurt. All right, yeah, I got your point. Play garbage and then get hurt. Arsenal said that Bournemouth will get destroyed. That's what you said. That's what you say every single game, too. They're gonna get destroyed. They're gonna get destroyed, and you never know. Bournemouth are a very good team. They almost beat Chelsea. Remember, Chelsea were lucky. They missed the penalty. They hit the post like twice. And Chelsea scored only 1 goal. And they won. Chelsea were very, very lucky. Arsenal, nothing is done yet. You still have Martinelli, who had some discomfort in the international break, I think. You're gonna be missing. Who else is gonna be missing for Arsenal? Bukayo Saka got a knock, but apparently he's gonna be fine. Odegaard still not ready for the game, unless if there is some kind of miracle. Who else? I think Calafiori got... No, I don't think so. Calafiori is fine. Yeah, so listen, man. On paper, Arsenal always wins. They always win every single game. They always win the league. They always win. They always destroy teams. But the reality is on the pitch. Playing away at Vitality Stadium. That stadium is tiny. Very, very close to the fans. The fans are literally singing on top of your head. It's a very, very tough atmosphere to go there and win. So you have to be careful and don't take this game lightly. Take it seriously. Take it as if you are playing a final of something. If you go there and say, oh, look at this Chelsea reject, Kepa Abragadabra is playing for Bournemouth and we're going to beat them. No, it doesn't work that way. Sometimes small teams want to do everything they can to beat a big team. So if Arsenal are complacent, they think they are going to Bournemouth to beat them, they might get smashed. 1-0, you drop 2 points. You drop 3 points, excuse me. So yeah, it's not done until it's done. And the problem with Arsenal fans is they don't learn anything, right? Arsenal fans, they just get excited about anything and everything pretty much. All kind of vibes, they got into it. And the way they switch almost immediately, they can move from 100% excitement to 1000%. Wenger out, you know. So it depends, man. It depends. Tayo said that is it time to start Christopher Nkunku? Not against the Liverpool, no. Nkunku is a very complicated one because he's doing everything right to start games. But given the fact that we have many players from his position, it's very difficult. But if we can switch, we can start rotating the team, give him some start in the Premier League. It's gonna keep everybody happy. You know what I mean? Nkunku position is basically the Cole Palmer position. Attacking midfielder, number 8, number 10, or false 9. He does very well when he plays behind the striker, shadow striker, in that free role. But right now we have Palmer who is doing good, and we have also Nicholas Jackson who is dropping and doing a lot of work for the team more than Christo. So it's kind of difficult really to even think about Christo. Like, he deserved to be on the pitch, but in reality, let's be honest, Jackson is more suited right now than him. You know? And against Liverpool, remember one of the interviews where Van Dijk said that the toughest opponent he faced last season in the Premier League and also Carabao Cup or whatever, they beat us in the final, but you know what I mean? Jackson, he said that he doesn't make headlines. People don't take him seriously because he's missing chances, but he's a very good player. That is coming from Van Dijk. Okay? That tells you everything you want to know. So Jackson might not even score. But the way he's going to work for the team, he's going to drop back to protect the defense, to help with the build-up. 1-2s. And in the final third, he's improving. He's scoring goals. The kind of goals that he was not scoring last season, he's scoring this season. So Jackson is progressing, but people will judge Jackson only based on goals. How many goals you scored? No, it doesn't have to be always goals. It could be just we won as a team and Jackson did a good job without scoring. That makes sense? Okay, slowly and surely we are moving. Tayo, again. Arsenal missing Odegaard and Saka. Saka apparently is not a big deal. He could be there. Nkunku and Jackson together. Yeah, it could work, but who's going to give in? Who's going to be taken out if they play together? I think Nkunku can play very good with a target man. Jackson also can play good with a target man. Somebody with a different profile. You know? Somebody who can dominate the box. Keep defenders busy in order to open space for Nkunku and Jackson. You know? And I still believe that Chelsea still need that guy. That target guy. Like Salah and Mane. For Salah and Mane, Salah was playing in the right wing. Mane was playing from the left-hand side. He was drafting a lot, really. He was a winger, probably from the wing position, but mostly drifting to the center most of the time. He wasn't like hugging the touch kind of winger, but more central winger. So, yeah, the problem is who are you gonna bench in order to play Christo and Nicholas Jackson? Drop Sancho? Are you mad? Are you mad or something? Because Sancho is the kind of wingers that Enzo Maresca want in his system. Somebody who can hug the touch, who can hug the wing, you know, and cook and dribble and take on people one-on-one and create magic, you know. I don't think like Christo or even Jackson is capable of crossing the ball properly or doing what Sancho can do from that. So let's not force things. Do not fix what is not broken, right? Don't try to overthink here. Oh, can we do this and that just to accommodate certain players? No, all right? If you can help us from the bench, do it from the bench. You can help us from the starting 11, do it. All we want is to win as a team, as a group. Let's not overthink about, oh, because of this, why can't we do this and that? We can't change the whole thing just to accommodate certain players. It's working for us now. Why are we trying to overthink, bro? What's wrong with you today? It is just the way we hear every single day. Oh, why can't we just play like midfield 3 so we can have somebody, a bodyguard protecting Enzo so he can do this and that? No, we don't have time to babysit here, okay? We have time for you, a grown-up man, to do your job, okay? We don't have to change everything to accommodate somebody because it's going to cause us problem in other area. We need balance. So, okay, Mr. People's Republic, go ahead. I've been talking and talking and talking.
The question is, does Maresca have the kahunas to play that style, that super aggressive 4 attackers style against Liverpool? Does he really dare? Is he dare, or is he going to take one out and is he going to put extra midfielder to compensate for the speed of Liverpool? I think he's going to change. He's going to respect Liverpool. knowing that they have such fast players now, Gravenberch, Cody Gakpo, Salah, even Charles Darwin. What's his name? Darwin, Nunez. They've got such fast players. Even Jota, they're all fast players. That you're going to play that style of Chelsea there, you lose the ball. Oh my God, the counter attack is going to be toxic.
Okay, so your question is is Maresca gonna have cojones to do the right thing? Well, what is the right thing for you?
Is he going to play the formation he played all these games, the last 6 games? He played with Sancho. He's played with Sancho, and he's played with Cole. He's played with Jackson. He's played with Madueke. So it's very aggressive attacking team lineup formation. That is one of those where you must keep the ball and it's just always attack. Is he going to do that, or is he going to maybe take out, say, a Sancho or maybe Madueke and play that a little bit more counter-attacking, but have an extra midfielder to because as you said yourself many times.
The problem with Enzo Maresca is he's not stubborn. And that's why I like what I like about him. And remember, in the beginning, I didn't want him. I was making theories and narrative here telling you that we're going to lose because of this guy. Because the preseason, I wasn't convinced. I was thinking he's a Diet Peps. He's going to copy Pep Guardiola and tiki-taka, wah. And one of the interview that made me so mad, I was like, we are done. We are finished. This guy, get him out already. Is one of the interview in preseason when KDH played. The first game for KDH. After the game, he came out to say, now you can see KDH. For people who don't know, KDH is Dewsbury Hall, right? The guy from Leicester City. So he came to say, you can tell that KDH is speaking another language as the rest of the team. So basically, everybody is crap. They don't understand anything, only KDH. And I was like, wait a minute. This is the end of the preseason already. So it's only one person who understands what you're trying to do, who understands your system. And if you continue, why can't you just twist things around to make it everybody understand it and not only one person? And then against Inter at Stamford Bridge, the last game of the preseason, he showed me, he completely changed everything. And I was like, this guy got something. Like, he's not that stubborn idiot where my way. If the plan A doesn't work out, you continue with plan A. You continue with plan A until it's successful. No, that is not Maresca. Maresca sees the opposition. What you have to offer. He's going to study your team. Salah, Nunez, Gravenberch or whatever his name is. All of them. Soboslai, is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. The guy.
Soboslai, exactly. Yeah.
He's going to study those Gakpo. He's going to study them individually. And he's going to come up with a plan. He's not going to do, let's go rock and roll. Go for it, just for the heck of it, to implement his system. No. Maresca sees things. He's not afraid or shy of correcting his mistakes immediately. You will see him, boom. During the game, something is not working, boom. Things changed. So you must be sure that he's going to study Liverpool and he's going to come up with a plan to beat them. If we don't win, but at least he will show you flexibility and he will try his best. Now it's up to the players to execute his plan on the pitch.
So what you're saying, that he has learned very well from Pepsi. Pepsi likes to tinker, likes to change things, play players out of different positions and different systems depending on opponent. Sometimes, Pepsi, he goes maybe a bit too far with his overthinking things, like he did in the Champions League final. Remember when he completely changed everything when Chelsea
No
beat them?
DM, no midfielder in the Champions
Exactly.
League stuff. Yeah, that's
So,
it.
like,
Pep is a different case. Pep is
no,
like.
but I'm just saying, if you compare his Pep's. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't mean, but if you compare Pep's disciples, so if you look at Maresca and you look at Arteta. Now, when I see Arteta, he doesn't change his style. It's almost the same machine, mechanical stuff. The only reason why he changed this time was because his captain is kaput. That's Norwegian. Odegaard, what's his name?
Martin Odegaard.
Oh yeah. He's the engine room. He's the heart and soul of that team. Now, when he got in kaput there, playing for Norway, he was forced to change his system. He was forced to change his style because he's the main, the heart of that team there. But otherwise, unlike he doesn't like to change. He likes the same. Maresca, until further notice, okay, we've seen the same kind of style, but will he change? When with different games like these big games in Liverpool, where maybe you have to show some respect. You can't just keep you expect you're going to smash Liverpool 6 or 7. It's not going to happen. And so that is going to be very, very interesting to see these tactics. And our defenders there, whoever's playing, they're going to have a very long afternoon. But they probably will cope. But, with Chelsea, it'll probably be a set piece or corner or something. Liverpool very good at corner as well. So make sure Van Dijk, do not leave Van Dijk alone when it comes to corners.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Maresca knows all that, and he's working on different aspects. He asks a lot of questions, like what ifs, a lot of what ifs. If this situation arrive, what are we gonna do? I was watching last night one of his interview with Astro Stadium, something like that. There is a channel from like Malaysia. He had an interview with them, and he was just saying this, like, they asked him what you gonna do, and are you happy with your system and what you're trying to do? He said, like, we don't have. Basically, he said, we don't have a system. We just play football depending on what is offered to us. We answer questions. So I kind of like the way he just structured.
That's an excellent answer. The excellent answer. We just answer questions. I like that.
Yeah, we ask questions, and we have quality to do it. He said, we're not going to win every single game, but we are learning and we're going to make changes. It doesn't mean that if you are answering all the questions, because you have another team, a quality opposition in front of you who will continue to ask you those questions. And at some point, it's going to come down to the quality you have. One moment, lack of concentration, and then you got undone. But in terms of tactics, game plan, I am really very, very happy with Enzo Maresca, what he's able to do, what he's able to offer. So, yeah.
But that's it. I think the way Liverpool plays, I think it suits Chelsea very much, because at least Liverpool, unlike Nottingham Forest, who just parked the bus, and it was, we were just very frustrated in the end. But we noticed when Nottingham Forest opened up and started attacking, this is when Chelsea looked very, very dangerous, and they just looked like they're going to score. But while the bus was parked, there was no chance. The question is Liverpool going to sink to that low? Because look at, yes, Liverpool's undefeated, what have you, and all that. They lost one game, I think, but they're high flying. 9 out of 10 games won. But look at the teams they've played. They haven't really played anybody. They played we haven't played any big guns yet. Let's see.
But they beat United, bro.
Come on, don't be funny. You're a comedian. United
Are you telling me that United are not a big team?
It doesn't matter whether you're past what you did 30 years ago. That's not interesting. What have you done for me lately? Is what goes by. What have you done for me lately? I can't use Chelsea's history. Well, it's whatever time of Gianvio Vialli or Jose, we did this, that, this, and yes, very, very nice. But now, boots on the ground to do or die. You tell me, what has United done for anybody in the last, how many years? When is this now? I don't even know. The last time they were good was the time as Jose was there. Otherwise, they've just been very bang average. And I'm being fair, I'm being nice. But so you can't say Liverpool versus United is not even a rivalry anymore. It used to be a top rivalry, but now it's like you just know what's going to happen. You just know that Liverpool's going to smash them every time. So that's not even interesting anymore. And but that is just so that is United is nobody at the moment. But yeah, there's still time to change. You know, there's still time for them to grow. But they haven't really met anybody. So psychologically, Liverpool, what do they call they on the social media? You know what they call Old Trafford? They call it Mo Trafford because Salah owns it. Salah owns that stadium. You know, he always embarrasses them over there. Every time they play Liverpool, he scores, I don't know, wonder goals and whatever, hat tricks and all this. So Mo Trafford, you know, so you can't. That is not. I want to see Liverpool play Man City or Arsenal, even high line Tottenham. But even Tottenham, I think they're a bit overrated with their high line. They will get exposed as well. But it's they just want to see this when they must do a stress test to see how good is that team. Is it really that good? And don't forget one key factor: their goalkeeper Alisson Becker is injured. That is a very, very big piece which is missing there. He's an excellent keeper, so must keep that in mind.
Well, I think you have to give them more respect. Let me explain. I'll explain to you why. Liverpool are the only team that only signed one player at the last minute, Federico Chiesa, because they got an opportunity. They signed a goalkeeper. What's his name again? Matchweek, and they sent him back on loan. So I think they deserve respect in terms of they didn't break the bank, they didn't bring 1,000 players, but they still compete in a very, very high level. So saying that they haven't really played big dogs, Chelsea we're still babies. On paper, nobody is taking us seriously as a big dog. So
I think no. I think that has changed. That you see social media, people no longer laughing at Chelsea like they've been doing in the last 3 years. People are now scared because they see people aren't stupid. People watch Chelsea and think, hey, these guys, they can score goals from everywhere, not just Jackson.
It's growing now, but let's be honest. From the preseason and the beginning of the season, you could tell journalists, pundits, even me and you, nobody really took us seriously. It's growing now because of the vibes and Cole Palmer and how good we've been with certain teams. But honestly, nobody really even counted us as somebody who can have even an impact when it comes to the title challenge. Having an impact in the title challenge doesn't mean you're going to win it. It's just make life difficult for winners. Beat City, beat Arsenal, or, make it just complicated for them not to win. So nobody really even, when Arsenal fans or City's fans are mentioning they're talking if it was them only 2 horse races or 3 horses or whatever. But now, slowly and surely, people now started paying a little bit of attention. Hey, wait a minute. Look at this. Look at that. So let me remind you the teams that Liverpool beat so far. They beat Manchester United 3-0 at Stamford or Old Trafford.
Mo Trafford, yeah.
And then they lost against Nottingham Forest at home, Anfield Stadium. Kalium Hassanadoi, my brother. And then they beat Bournemouth at home, 3-0, Anfield Stadium. And then they beat Wolves, but Wolves are really nobodies this season. 2-1 away. And then they beat Crystal Palace away 1-0. So these are not easy games. I'm telling you right now.
So who they played? Only Bournemouth. Only Bournemouth was a strong team there they played.
No, bro. Whoa. You know that those teams that are struggling for relegation, they have nothing to lose.
Of all those teams you mentioned, which is the strong team there?
Manchester United, when they played
Oh,
against,
come on.
let me
Come
tell
on.
you what. Let me tell you what. You are flip flopping now, because back then when they played against Liverpool, everybody was hyped because United just beat, like, I don't know, Southampton, like, I don't know how many goals, 3 or whatever, and then they bought Mazraoui, Delete, Xerxes, and I don't know who else, and Ugarte. Everybody was pumped. Everybody was like, this time they are solid. They're playing home. People flip-flop depending on the result. But back then, even me, I said, enough is enough. United are going to get the job done. And since Liverpool didn't have any transfer activities, people didn't take them seriously. We can say now that United are nothing because of the games after that. But the vibes, the positivity this season was very high in the camp for Manchester United.
Yeah, but again, like I say to you, the same breath that I'm saying, who have Liverpool played, I could have said to you, who did the United play before the Liverpool game? Nobody's. And when the first time they made a proper team, they got smashed. And that is the reality. There is no escaping.
The reality
the Liverpool,
also. Yes.
And Chelsea, even Chelsea, we played only one good team, Man City, and there we got smashed there as well. But that was the first game of the season, so they could be forgiven because they were trying to find their feet. So that doesn't count. But because which person plans the opening game of the season, Man City versus Chelsea? That is just conspiracy. How can you do that? That is ridiculous. And,
well, we've been playing these kind of games for years. The previous season we played Liverpool, the first game of the season at Stamford Bridge. The season before that, I think we played away against Manchester United or something. It's been that way, so you can take it as a conspiracy or not. I just want to start my season all gun blessings, and I like those big games. So you are not complacent. You are like, okay,
but
right
the problem
from
is,
the get-go.
Those big games. Sorry to interrupt you. Those big games, you lose badly when the first game and the big game, that can affect the rest of your season because it's almost like, oh, here we go again. Oh shit.
Blah, blah. It can wake you up and say nothing is granted in this league. You have to be careful and correct yourself. Or you can say, now we have City out of the way. We have Liverpool or Arsenal out of the way. Let's now focus on what we can beat. So it depends. And they are professional football players. They shouldn't be having that weak mentality on, oh, here we go because we got smashed by a big team and the season collapses. Under Antonio Conte, how many goals we conceded against Arsenal in the first half? Bam, bam, bam. 3 goals just like that. Boom, 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 boom. Conte was like, oh, no, my goodness me. No, I can't take this crap anymore. 3 at the back. Boom, boom, boom. Close the shop. We went to win the league. So it depends, bro. It's not like an exact science.
That 3 at the back of Conte, that his special discovery, what changed his fortunes, was playing Victor Moses as a right back. Oh my God,
and that's why I say that those big defeats, those big games at the beginning of the season can also affect your season positively, because you figure out, listen, these people can't play this system. I have to go back to what I know best, and I have to trust certain players. And then boom, 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 you win the league. So it could be both ways. You could go the other way of depression and then lose, or...
But if you look at talking on Conte now, just some of the players. Let's take who was that left back, the Spanish guy? I liked him, Marcos Alonso. Now Alonso, he was more an attacker than he was a defender. When he played 3 at the back, when he was playing sort of like an inverted role, he was fantastic. Once Conte was left, and I don't know who took over, he had to go back to the back forward. He was nowhere. He could not defend, man. And but I was sad to see him go. I really liked him, because he was one of those, you could get a goal, long distance shots from nowhere. The game is dead. You can't break a team down there.
Very clinical.
Oh, his foot, his control, his technique, his power in his shot was something unbelievable. We haven't seen anybody who can shoot that.
one manager among all his managers, one of them missed an opportunity to be a hero. In what term of like have the balls and say, Marcus, you are very clinical. I'm going to try you from a more advanced position. Winger, inverted winger, whatever way you can impact more with your deadly left foot, your height in the box. You can do something and you don't have any pace. He literally jogging. Like that brother when he's like running, it's so funny. He can't, like even a 5 years old is gonna beat him running like the pace. But he's so good in the final third. And somebody was going to be a hero. Say, you know, Marcus or Marcos Alonso, from now on, you are my winger. I don't think winger is going to be like inverted winger. You know, put him in that position in the pocket. He's going to cook. Just the way Gareth Bale. Everybody that watched Gareth Bale when he was at Southampton before moving to Tottenham Hotspurs, the brother was a left back. It took a lot of injuries for the manager to say, you play from this position in more advanced position. And from there, the rest is history. He became one of the best.
Who was a manager who tried that experiment you're talking about with Chilwell? Try to play him like left wing or something. Who was that? Was that Pochettino?
Chilwell,
or was that,
Chilwell we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
who
Chilwell,
tried?
That is another case. That is another case.
Who was that? Who was the manager then?
Played him as a winger. Pochettino did it.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's not everybody. It's not going to work for everybody. For example, Saka, right? Saka used to be a fullback, a left back. Under Mr. Good Evening, Unai Emery / transition with Mikel Arteta, he found himself in a more advanced position as a right winger instead of left back. So there are certain players that you can see their quality, the quality of their finishing, the quality of their dribble. You can easily change them position and it's gonna work. Look at Saka today. So there are few, and it doesn't mean that everybody is gonna be the same, because this is where the problem is. People will use them just to say everybody need to be like them. It doesn't work for everybody. Yeah.
Saka, you see how Saka, his confidence is growing. You know, he's becoming now like a leader. He's grown. You know, almost like also grown age-wise, but just on the field, you can see he's just very, very, very confident. He's maturing. That's what I'm looking for. He's maturing, and he's a great player. But there's still, I don't know. Did you watch Cole Palmer for England versus who were they playing? Well, Finland. Very, very substandard. Even, you know, he was not fit. They didn't play him right, I don't think, in that England. Especially when they lost to Greece, they just, I don't know. But I see Thomas Tuchel took over, so they're going to park the bus there, England. No more. So it's just the same. So what is the upgrade on Southgate? It's just more of the same. They have the same kind of style. They super careful and what have you. We don't really dare attack and safety first and all that, blah, blah, blah. And see, the English media has gone crazy. How can you hire a German? Our mortal enemies and blah, blah, blah. They don't want to let it go. So that'll be interesting to see. But at least he didn't go to Man United. That's all I care. As long as Thomas Tuchel didn't go to Man United, I don't care. This was the most important thing, that he didn't go and join those people and make them good, make them great again. That would have been terrible. It would have been disaster masterclass.
Yeah, and the problem with Thomas Tuchel as England manager, I understand both sides. Because if you have your heritage from Africa, you can also understand easily how, you know, colonizations and slavery and even neo-colonization, the new form of colonization that is happening, where many things politically is happening, and there are certain things that you don't forget easily. Your grandparent or somebody in the family went through certain things or was killed or something. I can also understand the rivalry between countries. So I'm at the wrong position, like to teach people how to feel. And I also see.
Let's say Ghana. If the Ghana man became the manager of Nigeria, the Green Eagles, I don't think Nigerians would take that very lightly.
Very good example. Very good example you're giving there. So I don't think it's that black or white. Between Rwanda and DRC, for example, there is a conflict that's been there for almost 30 years and nobody cares because people are getting so much money out of guns and minerals and all that. You go to both countries, you're going to have different kind of version of what happened. So there are certain things that happen to certain countries that it's very difficult for you from outside to teach them a lesson of moral lesson. This is what you have to do. Just like the way we see the Western countries, you go to Saudi, oh, you have to wear this kind of clothes, or you have to eat this way, or react this way, or act like us. That is not the way it's supposed to be. Some cultures, some countries, just leave them alone. Let them develop slowly and surely and be themselves, right?
Look at you live in America. Let's just say a Russian became the manager of your ice hockey team or your basketball team or I don't think Americans would accept that.
Tell me about it. So yes, those are normal feelings of normal human being. But the problem is, this is the Premier League. And the Premier League is more international than local. Like they are
but it's not Premier League. This is international. This is the England international team.
I'm trying to make a point here. It's going to make sense. It's going to make sense at the end. The Premier League is in England. And most of us get involved. We feel like we are part of England national team somehow. Because I make video about England. What do I freaking have to do with England? You know what I mean? Like, because the connection.
It's a big team.
But
it's a big team. It's like France, Italy, England, Germany, all those of all the big teams.
The point I'm trying to make is, yes, England, you can talk about big teams, but you don't really get attached that much the way you got attached with England because the influence of the Premier League. We are watching the Premier League. We feel like we are part of that somehow, even if you don't do it on purpose. You kind of find yourself English, quote unquote, without being really English. So because of foreigners are dominating the Premier League and our attention is more focused on England, Premier League, we feel like we can teach them what to do even with their national team. So,
but let me ask you. So what is the point of international football? If let's just say Malawi, half the team is from Swaziland, is from Namibia, is from Mozambique, is from, I don't know, Burundi, but there's only like 2 Malawians, and even the manager is from, I don't know, Timbuktu or somewhere. So what is the point? That's not a national team. That is just the Globetrotters. And then before you know it, where the FIFA's going, I'm sure they'll now be, they'll have the transfer window open as well. England can transfer players from Argentina or whatever to their team there and sell players, with the FFP or something. But that's the way it's going. It's just there's nothing left. Your national team is your players from your country, your people who speak the language, who can sing the national anthem, what have you. All that it's a nationalism. And I know it sounds very horrible. So you want also your national team to also have your own person, even if you lose, doesn't matter, as long as it's your pride, it's your country, it's your it's the best what you can do, whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. But this business, the way it's becoming so internationalized and everything, then we don't want these international windows. What do you call it when we international breaks? Then forget about it. Then just. I don't know. I am very old school. I'm old school. I'm sorry.
It's getting a little bit confusing here. It's like you say one thing and you contradict yourself. So let's go point by point. We started talking about Thomas Tuchel and why people are talking about blah blah. Why he's managing the national team. So if I don't want to put word in your mouth, you kind of okay with the situation, right?
No, I'm not okay with the situation.
Okay. So I misquote you on that. I misquote you on that. So
yeah.
But I've seen so many people. That's why I said I can understand both ways. I can understand old school generation with everything that happened. And football, sometimes a sport is also about their best against our best. We're gonna fight. It's about like mental kind of. Yes. Like you feel like you are kicking somebody. That is what it is, you know. But for the new generation, that's why I mentioned the Premier League. If you pay attention, I mentioned the Premier League. It's just because internationalization, if that is even a word, of the Premier League makes it easier for the new generation to accept the fact that another manager from another country can manage my national team, and I will feel the same way, because in the Premier League, we have the majority of the managers are foreigners. The majority of the owners are foreigners. The players are foreigners. So we don't really care about where you're coming from. We just enjoy the Premier League, who will become like everybody's country kind of. Is Premier League is a big countries, and it is in England, and that tendency is getting also to the national team. So I can also understand the open mind from the new generation of fans to say no English player or no English manager is doing it for us. And let's be honest, they also got a lot of African descendant or from Jamaica or whatever. There are so many of them already in the team. So why not have somebody? Because let's make no mistake.
I agree with 1,000%, but you just don't get a manager from your biggest and worst, most bitter rivals. That is the whole point. You know, if you're going to get an international manager, fair enough. Find one from Argentina, or Argentina is also a big rival of England. So you find one from, I don't know, Spain, you find one from Italy, you can find one from Malawi, I don't know, wherever. You can find one, but just don't go to your two biggest rivals, Germany and Argentina, and find a manager. That's just, it's almost like you're slapping the English people in the face. That is the whole point. You know, that is your worst rivals. Who's Chelsea's worst rival? Our worst rival is Tottenham. We had that big slap in the face. We've got Pochettino. They're leftover product. We had to eat humble pie and would say, this is not good. How can we get a manager from Spurs? Yes, we grew to love him, but we also have to get rid of him, because it's like he's Spursy. Even you said it so many times. He's Spursy. You call him agent. I think I heard you say he was an agent. But so this is the whole point. You know, your rivals, no. It is taboo.
Yeah. I don't blame you, but I also have the freedom also to think outside the box and say the new generation is a completely kind of generation. They understand football differently. You will see, even in terms of fans, you support Manchester United today because Ronaldo was playing there. Tomorrow you are Al Nassr fans because Ronaldo moved there. How many PSG fans are now Inter Miami fans because they followed Messi, and they're now following Inter Miami because Messi is there, and they're gonna unfollow them when Messi leaves and go back to his home country. So, I see both ways. This is the reality. Like, people don't have the same rivalry it used to be in terms of sport and what the nation represent. There are certain people who will tell you, I care more about my club than my nations.
True. True.
Many things are changing in the world of football.
Yeah, but if you don't have a rivalry in sport, it was part of the beauty of it. So, like, if you see Liverpool, we talked about Liverpool and United just not so long ago. That game, like the biggest game in British football, even European football, is because of the history, the rivalry, the bitterness, all the drama that's happened, all the games before, that big derby rival game there. But like now, where United is so weak, it's not even, you don't even look forward to the game, because it's like, oh, come on, you just know that it's going to be there's another big hiding, another big you call that. I don't know. They're gonna get beat. They're gonna get smashed. So it's not the same. And then you can also have the opposite, where, like in Spain, you have back in the day, Madrid played Barcelona. They only played twice a year. It was the game you'd look forward to 6 months before it even came. You were thinking about it. You were waiting, but you couldn't wait. Nowadays, we play like 12 times a year. You're telling me you can't even be not even bothered to watch. You're playing the Spanish Cup with this cup, and that's why you think, it's too much.
The rivalry is dying too. You see,
exactly.
before even the game, Barcelona and Real Madrid players are laughing in the tunnel. They are making jokes and giving high five. And back in the day, you don't even look at each other. It's like you are angry, you are moody. Even if you are coming from the same country as me, no, we're gonna talk at home or something. Not in. Like they are so angry.
Yes.
Like you see, everybody wanna win for their team. It's changing, and that's why I am always keeping an open mind with today's generation.
You can look at a big derby game, Inter Milan, AC Milan. You look at Gattuso. Gattuso, before he's in the tunnel, you think this guy is he taking cocaine or what the hell's wrong with him?
He already had two people in the in the dressing room. He already had bad two position before even.
You look at in Spain, Diego Simeone and all the other guys. There were some very brutal players there. I've forgotten some of the names back in the day. You just look at these guys. This guy, he doesn't look quite normal. Look at his eyes. This guy, he's on fire. He's somewhere very, very far away in a dangerous place. And the first 5 minutes, some of the fouls in those big derby games. Oh my God! So these guys want to kill each other. If anybody's left walking here without being handicapped, with some kind of horrible injury, I'll be shocked. And then you see the referee, yellow card, red card.
Yeah,
and you go to
football has gone soft, man.
Go to Argentina. Go see River Plate versus Independiente or what's the other International? What you call?
Yeah.
Boca Juniors. Oh my God, that is war. That is civil war. You think it's just football? And what is wrong with these people? These are brothers and sisters. Why are they trying to kill each other? But that rivalry. So they still have that.
In South Africa, but I've been in one of the derby. Orlando Pirates against Kaiser Chiefs. Oh Lord! Also another derby that. Oh Lord, is another one. So yeah, the passion and stuff going, through the window. Used to
which other derbies have you been to? You've been that one. Which one? What other ones have you been to? Big ones.
The Soweto derby, I've been there. The Cape Town derby, because I used to live in Cape Town. So between Ajax, Cape Town, and what's the other team, that Athlon or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I wasn't like that's big, but it's.
But what about other countries? What about other countries? What about other countries?
The derby that I've been to, I've been to Marseille and PSG. I've been in that.
Oh, wait, in Marseille.
No, I was in Paris because my family, my family actually live in the suburb, in the Parisian suburb, close to Paris, and also there is a derby that nobody really cares because nobody knows about it, nobody heard about it. There is a bigger team in Paris, in the capital, the team that I support, PFC. Paris FC, all right. So they were created long before PSG. PSG is like a small baby team that was created like in 1975 or something like that, right? So PFC are the kings, like the owners of Paris, but because of they are in the second division, lower divisions, no money, no nothing. But now I'm telling you, we are coming back, baby. We are coming back for you, PSG, because guess what? We got bought by Red Bull.
Wow.
Red Bull Group. And Klopp is doing recruitment for PFC right now. Watch out, you little club PSG. We are coming for you.
What is that atmosphere like when they're PSG?
I've been in those derby, like we hate them, they hate us. And
is it with all the in the stadium? Is it all the Bengalis and all the fireworks and all this crazy?
That is allowed. In England, it's becoming so soft. You don't bring this to stadium. You don't bring that. But over there, all the flyers and all that is allowed, and all kind of craziness going there. So I've been in a few derby. What
about in America? And what about America? Do you have any derbies in the MLS?
Well, in the college level, when I used to be in college, because I went to University of Louisville, Kentucky, and my friend and some of my family members went to Kentucky University. So we have two great basketball teams here who are just very rival. UK, they call them UK, not the United Kingdom. This is like University of Kentucky. In short term, UK. Okay, so they are like one of the best always in basketball, that they have that legacy of very good
like Duke
college. Like people just don't realize how college sport is bigger than professional sport here. Because they watch the NBA and LeBron James on TV, but the real rivalry, the real sport is college football. Or where you see fight, you see like
next time you have a chance. Next time, sorry to interrupt you. Next time you have a chance, go into the statistics and go look at college, American football college, and go look at the attendances in the stadiums. 100,000, 90,000. You think what?
Exactly.
This is
like
more than NFL, more fans.
More than that. NFL is becoming like a white elephant. That's what we call them here. Like those big stadiums that they built long time ago when the television was not even color television, black or white. Now with the experience, you can sit from your home and you buy a package and you buy those stupid big glasses that you can watch TV 3D and stuff, and you can have a better experience from your home than going to the stadium. So those big stadiums are becoming like white elephant where they can't even fill them anymore. But college football or college basketball is always packed. To find a ticket is a nightmare. And the parties start 6 o'clock in the morning.
What, 6?
People don't realize, yes, the game is going to be like 3 p.m. The party already started. All to the way, on your way to the stadium, people are making barbecues. People are having a lot of booze and drinks and sausage and people just eating hot dogs. And it's a big party in a college football day, like match day. Bro, you have no idea. On the street, like people, you will come up with your truck, park it somewhere, making your barbecue there. Everybody, if you still have some food, oh, can I have some? Oh, get it. And I have some beer. So people are already drunk and crazy already before even getting to the stadium. So people just don't get it, how big college football is here. But I've been in those kind of derby, like basketball between Louisville, Kentucky and University of Kentucky. Most of the time they beat us in basket, but we beat them in football. So it's like they have a good basket team, legendary all the time, because even players, because they built such a good reputation that even players from other colleges, they just want to go and play for Kentucky University if you are a basketball player.
I was watching the other day, there's a college called, I don't know if you know it, Vanderbilt. You know Vanderbilt? It's a very famous old college. And this is American football. They were playing Alabama. And Alabama is like being the best team, one of the best teams in the last 20 years, always winning.
Yeah, they are always there.
And Alabama went to Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt has not won a big game. We won a game against a big team in, I think, 20-something years. And these guys finally won a game against the unbeaten Alabama, the top dogs, biggest favorites. The fans, those fans went so crazy after the game. They invaded the pitch. they stole, those goalposts, the American football goalposts, the very high one, those.
Yeah.
They pulled that out of the ground, and they stole that from the. This is like I'm talking about 25,000 people marching, and they marched through the main city center to the river. I don't know, about 6 kilometers away. Everybody completely incredibly excited and what have you, and then they threw the goalposts into the river.
Yeah,
So
it
these
goes
guys are
crazy
going.
here. I think they're gonna have some issues with the police, but I've seen police officer in college match day kind of close a blind eye on certain things, because it's so crazy that it's impossible just to control everybody, and those police officers, they might be supporting somebody, one of you, so they will close an eye as long as you don't go crazy and start beating people. So you know what I mean. It is what it is everywhere.
And then you see when you guys, like when you're having, just like you mentioned before, that it's very, very cold at the moment. It's getting colder, and in America, your winters are crazy, really, really cold. Chicago and those kind of places. Oh my God, you have like, I think they have like that Niagara Falls where that freezes. The Niagara Falls stops. That's how cold it gets in your country. Yeah. And you will see some of those games. Fans, no shirts on. I think, what? With no shirt, no jacket, no nothing. And then they're standing there because they're toughing it out. You think, these guys are fucking crazy. But that's when you're so drunk or you're so high or something. Yeah. You don't feel the cold until after the game. Of course,
end up in the evening in the emergency room.
So many, because when the alcohol wears off and everything, you got like you can get burnt on your body from the frost. The frost can burn your body and even kill you, of course. And but this is just how crazy people are for their sport. They love it, but but you guys are, it's the culture. And if you didn't have that rivalry we were talking about, that your bitter enemies, there would not be that excitement. You wouldn't have that attendance. You wouldn't have that.
That's the way it is. And in the professional level, you will see people who supported James when he was at Cleveland, and then they followed him to Miami, and then they followed him to LA, and then they followed Miami, and he came back to Cleveland. They followed him back to Cleveland. Now he's in LA. They followed him there. So there is no like a court of like loyal, like Steelers.
Fans, so it's not like in English football or just soccer, where you're born into a team. Let's say your parents are fans of Chelsea. You're more likely your generation. You're going to be also a Chelsea fan, or if they were whatever.
Those kind of stuff happen in the college level. Your dad went to a certain college. You grew up in a certain town, so the college level represents you more. The way it is in English football, where you go generation to generation, than professional sport. And also, one more thing that people don't understand. America is quote unquote a country, but this is a freaking continent here, right? Like,
it's many countries.
If you have to fly from your town to go and watch a freaking game in Chicago, bro, it could take you 2 days driving. Right?
What?
Or there is no even public transportation where you have easy train that can take you from one place to another. All the capitalists, all the car makers, companies already killed every public transportation they can, so they can sell car. Here, everybody got a car. Everybody pretty much got a car. There is some buses here and there, or you call Uber, but it's not organized the way it is in Europe, right? So here you have to drive yourself, or quote unquote, what is like public transportation is like flying. You have to fly. That is kind of to get to one place. If I'm going to Los Angeles, the last time I went to Santa Barbara, we went to visit a family member that was sick there. It took us probably 8 hours to get there, flying, right? So imagine if my local team is going to play with galaxy. All right.
Mm-hmm.
How many hours do I have to drive? But in Europe, it's so small. It's so close. Those countries, it's so easy to take a bus or take a train. It's so easy just to get everywhere, and you can even still make it and go tomorrow to walk. You know, people just don't get it.
If you look at let's say London. Have a look at how many Premier League teams are there, or even Championships teams. Very, very close. Like 10 miles in between them, 15 max. It's you could actually walk from stadium to stadium. Obviously, got to be good condition, but you could. It's about America, so I can imagine if your team, let's say your Indiana team, is playing somewhere in Florida. That is a long, long drive. You're not going to go that far. No way.
And that's why there is not that culture of following your teams or getting attached to Chicago Bulls or whatever because of the distances between the cities. It could be even between just two cities in the same state. But it's already crazy nightmare even to get there. So Europe is like the entire European Union is even smaller than California. So
what?
It's, European
Serious?
Union, like the state of California is bigger than European Union. Just double check fact. So
even Japan is almost bigger than the EU.
So if you look at that. And you think about, am I going to sacrifice? I have job to do tomorrow. I have a family to feed, and I have to pay crazy, ridiculous amount of money to take a flight, and probably I need a hotel room so I can relax a little bit. So when you put all those conditions together, you are like, no man, I'm gonna watch it on TV.
Yeah, illegal. But they're cutting. These guys are walking up fine in Netflix and all these people. Though there's no more of this sharing of passwords and what have you. They have woken up because they've lost so much revenue. So I'm sure, I don't know. I pay for everything. I don't like doing illegal things, but I'm sure like even people who watch football, soccer, just from Premier League, whatever. A lot of people I know they just watch it illegally online, but even there it's getting harder and harder to find streams and stuff. So it's times are changing. So you're gonna have to they're gonna milk you for your money. This is what it is, and but it's I don't know if it's fair or not fair, but yeah, I suppose they got a product. What's the point if everybody's gonna be watching it for free? Then they will make no money. If they don't make any money, they can't have that contract. They can't have that contract. Then you don't get those players, and then the product just gets worse. And then you end up watching Italian or Spanish or whatever, French Farmers League or something. Oh, sorry, I take that back. But the French league. So, but it's the products. You have to protect your product, or else if you don't, it goes downhill very quickly, as they say, and it's. But when there's a point there, I think the Premier League, it will reach a breaking point where it'll be enough. It is enough. You can't keep squeezing money out of the fans and through both merchandising or TV, subscriptions. At some point, it will come a breaking point where people start saying, "Okay, no more. I refuse to pay this. I'm not gonna. I can't afford this, and we're not gonna." And then that'll crack. Back in the days, who was the best league? It used to be Italian. Remember, Italy was the biggest league. All the biggest stars went there. Then they mismanaged that, and the Premier League came up with a better concept and a better idea. Now they're the top dogs, but as I said, you're not going to stay on top forever. You got to look out for your product, look out for your customers, and make sure you don't distance yourself from them, alienate yourself from them by becoming too greedy.
That makes sense. So, people, we have, let me see, 5 minutes to go because I have to go and pick up my girl so we can come and watch the game together.
I didn't see in the comments. I can't see comments. Did you read it in the comments?
because there is a Chelsea game, women team that are playing in the Champions League. So I have to watch it with my girl. She loves
Are they undefeated, Chelsea?
Women. So we're playing against 20. That's how it's pronounced. The Dutch team. So we're playing away in the Champions League. The lineup is already there. Musovic, Perisic, Buchan, Bourne or John, Lawrence, captain, Jean-Francois, Baltimore, Hamano, James, Beaver, Jones. So that is the starting 11 for women team. The game is gonna start I don't know, maybe a little less than an hour from now. The game is gonna start, and I'm gonna have to drive like 10 minutes to go, 10 minutes to come back, and probably get something on my way at Walmart or something. So yeah, peoples. Anything else you wanted to say? You asked me about the commentary. Comment. What do you mean by comment?
Yeah, the comments. I can't see comments. I was just asking. Any comments?
It's complicated because if you are not on YouTube, you don't understand. I'm taking just your voice from StreamYard to put it on YouTube, which is a complicated. It is a system that I found myself because it's kind of difficult for me to bring people live. But the easy way is just to take your voices to put on YouTube so people can just hear from you. But it's different than what other people do. If I went live on StreamYard only, you can be able to see everything together from YouTube and from StreamYard and all the comment and all that. But what I do here is I just take your voices and I put it, and not, you can't even see YouTube where you are at. So it's difficult to explain. You have to be doing YouTube to understand what I'm talking about. But that is the way it is until I figure out how to start bringing people directly from the program that I am using right now. I'm using a program called OBS. And because it gives me a lot of options. It gives me options to create many things on my own. StreamYard is very limited. They give you certain things that are already set, that you don't know, you can't do anything. It's just like it's there, it's easy. You can't create your own little thing, if that makes sense. But me, I like to create, I like to be unique and to do my own little things. So that's why I don't use like StreamYard for all my streams. But it's very easy. It's very couple click, bam, 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 bam. Everything is easy, but it won't allow me to do what I like to do with my streams. So what I do is...
But you have to pay to use StreamYard.
There is a version that is free, and there is a version that you have to pay. A version that is free, they limit you with so many options that you don't have. But if you pay them money, they give you call options and highlight and some other stuff. So I used to pay them, and I used to be doing lives, but it's just like I said, it's very limited because I can't do my own little thing. I can't even create my own like lineup and stuff and show people on the screen. But they have a very good calling system though. The calling system from them is very good because it's very simple. You click on the link and immediately you are live. That's why I take the voice from you guys and I put it on YouTube. But one day I'll figure out how to, or probably to bring the whole thing that I do on stream on OBS to StreamYard, because now I'm taking something from that and incorporate in what I'm doing. So I can probably find a way to take what I'm doing now and bringing to, I don't know how it's gonna work, but you have to think outside the box.
But you can, like, what you do if you choose, so you can have like, like how you can have split screen, two people just two faces and nothing in the background. Just two people. It's like a normal TV interview or something. You can do that, or you can put 4 people. You can do all that business. Or how does that work?
Yeah, on StreamYard you can do it, but like I said, it won't give you option to crop certain things, to put certain thing on the screen. Like I said, to understand it, you have to do it first of all. But they got a very good, if you're looking for something easy, simple, one click of the button and you are there, go there, do it. It's very easy to do it. I used to do it. I just quit doing it and I'm just using their voice system only because if really like OBS can integrate calling system in their software, I think I will quit StreamYard immediately, because everything that you want to create, you can create it here. It's just like open broadcast that allow you to come up with your own thing. That's why am I even explaining to you when you don't
It sounds very, very technical and a young man's thing. Only you, a technical young guy.
No, it has nothing to do. I'm an old man too. But
Come on, bro. You're not an old guy. You're a young guy.
I'm an old man. Don't get fooled by I don't have gray hair or he looks. No. I'm an old man. So let me make my point.
35 is not old. Come on.
So I even forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah,
like it's nothing technical. You have just to do it. It's very simple. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with old people or young people. You have to do it to understand what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? To know the difference between the two programs. It has nothing. It's just like driving a car. You are driving a brand new Renault now. You rocking
Peugeot,
over there.
I drive Peugeot. I don't like Renault.
Not Renault.
Peugeot.
Peugeot. Okay.
Peugeot.
So I have a
brand new 308 Peugeot.
Okay, so what I'm telling you now is like has nothing to do with the age. It's just like you understand now how Peugeot work very well than me buying a Peugeot and I'm like, oh, what is this? What is this option? What this go? You now know that when it's snowing or when it's this temperature, you know your thing. If that makes sense? So it doesn't have to be with you are older. It's just you are used to that system. And like me, few months ago or a few years ago, I had hard time to use a PC. Like I didn't know even how to use it anymore because at home, for a long period of time, we only have like Mac stuff because somebody in the family got some kind of deals with Apple and we have to get some discount and stuff. It's not like I'm rich or whatever, but when you have discount for good product, why not get them, right? So I use it, and when I bought, when it comes to doing this live stream, and PC is gonna give you more options. PC is gonna give you more access, easy access to certain apps than Mac, because Mac and Microsoft, they are just like competing. So there are so many apps that if you have to install them on Mac or you have to use certain program on Mac, you need like a third-party installation of something. Did that make sense? Like you need to go through this and that to get here. So when I decided, oh no, I need some equipment so I don't have to struggle if I have to pay for this service to allow you to use this on the Mac. And oh my Lord, it was a nightmare for me to use PC. I didn't understand anything. That doesn't mean that because you are old or you are young. It's because of the product that you got and we are used to. I hope that makes sense.
The one Microsoft doesn't want Apple crap on their computer and vice versa. Apple doesn't want Microsoft stuff because they're protecting their product.
Their product.
This is what it is. So they don't want competition.
But they are always like.
So they make it as difficult as possible. They don't make it impossible. Just make it very, very difficult.
That also is creating another business for another guy. the middle guy. This is where business are born. When two competitions are happening and you can put them together, and then boom, you create something that you can allow you to do this using this. That makes sense? That's why you have those third parties, installation, apps, and stuff you have to do in order to get this to this. People are smart, bro. People are smart.
People think on their feet and they think quickly, and they find an opening and say, I can make money here. I have solutions.
Yeah.
But you're going to pay for my solutions, and I won't give for free.
That's the way it is. So instead of paying for those solutions, sometimes you are like, okay, now I'm gonna just go and buy a Mac or buy a PC because it allows me to get everything that I want from one place instead of like 1,000 other services. All right, brother, do you have anything? Empty your pocket, and I will see you next time.
Saying, if we don't see, if we don't live on the next 20 days, good luck with your election. And you better maybe close the windows. When Trump wins, you better close your windows and doors and everything. But I think that place is about to light up. Because your Democratic friends, they won't take that lightly. That place, I just saying good luck. I don't know, but but what to do, and it is what it is. So hopefully things will get better. At least he'll put a stop to all these ridiculous wars and all the poor people dying for nothing. And you're talking about Africa, but before you go, Sudan, Jesus, the suffering which is going on there, hunger. I don't know, the media don't talk too much about it, but our brothers are suffering. They're dying of hunger. There's a civil war going on there, and both sides will not let anybody access to the civilians who are starving to death, basically, literally starving with no food, because they won't allow anybody to bring food, anybody, UN or whoever, because they don't trust. They think they're going to spies or whatever. So the poor people, it's not good. So, no. We have to make things aware.
It is. That is a very sensitive topic, and there are people who are benefiting from that, and people are happy
dying,
by the situation.
Civilians,
I understand, but I want to just highlight the dark side of it. Like, there are people who are happy because guns been sold, and they are getting paid a lot of money, and it's good for them to put conflict and play the hypocrite between the two groups, and we are gonna bring peace and peace talk. And bro, I don't want to get there, otherwise I can break all these computers and everything around me when I think about those things.
I understand you. I'm African, so I know what you're talking about. Exactly. I feel the same way.
And that war been there for generation, and it looks like nobody wanted it to end because it's profiting to some people, bro. Peace, okay? Love and peace.
Yes, sir. Good luck. And by the way, before you go, because I don't really follow the Chelsea team, I did see the last three as well. Chelsea, they smashed Arsenal, they smashed somebody. Are they undefeated so far with this new manager?
Yeah, Sonia is the GOAT.
Wow.
Sonia Bompasta is the GOAT. You know that she won the Champions League with Lyon, beating Barcelona in the final. Barcelona actually beat Chelsea in the final of the Champions League. She won probably five French league. She was winning like back to back. So that is very bad to say. Emma left Chelsea, and we got another Emma, kind of another winner. That's what I wanted.
A winner, proper winner. She's a winner.
Another winner also in the women team. Yeah, in the league we are undefeated. We are top of the league, and in the Champions League too, we are undefeated. So far, so good. Long might continue.
If you look at her face, I saw her face. She got that winner mentality. That sort of like killer instinct. That
she used. Actually, I watched him live in France back in the day, because she used to play women football for the national team. What I'm talking. So not long ago, she was a player. So she understands how the business works. So I watched her when she was a player for the national team There was a game that was played at Parc des Princes. France against, I don't know, it was Germany or whatever team. And I watched her live. That's what I wanted to mention, so you can give me some credit. I've seen her live play football.
But I'm just liking the story. There's some quiet.
So it's good because women.
So you watched her live. Carry on. What did you see when you saw her live?
I didn't even care. I didn't know who she was. Back then.
Okay, I thought maybe she was like the Gattuso of the team, the fighter, the dog.
She
or something.
played good, but back then when I was watching her, basically women football back there used to be like for free, like nobody really cares about it.
Yes.
You can just walk in the stadium and you pay like a price of Coca-Cola and you are inside. Kind of games. It's like go waste your time. Like it was in the time where like people really don't take women football seriously, right? So yeah, it was nothing. I didn't even notice her that much, but I just remember that I was in the game. You see the lineup, and back then she wasn't Sonia Bompasto. Back then she used to have like her name, her family name, because she's married now with kid and stuff. So yeah, bro, listen.
Yes. Enjoy your game, man.
Yeah, I will see you. I have to drive now. I have to rush and come back and watch the women game.
Yes, sir.
Much
Man, nice chatting.
Yeah.
I like that guy who was on before me, the English guy. I liked him. He was a very clever guy.
Who?
You were talking the guy you were chatting to before me.
I forgot. My head is really gone, to be honest with you.
But you actually liked him.
Now, like I can't even think properly. Like I have to disconnect myself.
Very, very clever guy. But anyway, when the one went to the gym. Yes, sir. We speak it. Good luck. God bless, eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You take some rest and I'll see you. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. God bless you, and I will see you next time.